Greetings, wayward travelers. Come on in, take a seat, and welcome to the Red Hare Inn. I'm your innkeeper and dungeon master, Logan Hanley, here to spin you and the adventurers that you see before you a yarn through the lands of Ecriom. Before we get started with tonight's session, a few shoutouts, a few bits of sponsor information, and then on to intros from my wonderful cast whose faces I've missed oh so much. First and foremost, congratulations and happiest of birthdays to the wonderful Bree, aka Utahime. Everybody,
thank y'all.
Spread the love.
It's my birthday, y'all. I'm so excited.
Not only is it Bree's birthday, but it's also Finara's as well, question mark? Something like
she's
that?
now 18 and a half, right? Happy birthday.
It's canon.
There we go. But yeah, shout outs Brianna Flame for these amazing overlays that you see here, and make sure you reach out to her if you have any overlay needs, photography needs, or graphic design needs. She's super, super awesome, great to work with, and just a really cool content creator within the TTRPG community. Next, Esoteric, the wonderful cartographer who created the maps of Ecriom that you see behind me on most of my streams. I will be posting more in the future as I start to rev up some content that uses these maps. Next, Deltastic, the amazing Del Barovic, who did the character art that you can see right below me. She did them for every single character, and then some other stuff that's coming up. And then last but not least, Adrian Von Ziegler, who I have not primed yet, but he's coming up like right now-ish, once I get some music going, and I'll do that while the rest of my party is doing their intros.
Speaking of Prime, 225 Games just hit us with a Prime sub.
Oh,
thank you, 225 Games.
Thank you, 225 Games. Appreciate you. I love you. Also, salutations, my friend. It was awesome chatting with you. Can't wait to hear how that turned into.
Thanks, D'Angelo.
Finally, OnlyFans, I hear.
Oh, no. But yeah, sponsors, Dragon Rock RPG, Daniel Lieberman, Renee Beauregard, bringing unique and creative content to the TTRPG community. Whether it is writing their own content or collaborating with other creatives, their goal is to bring their extensive experience and expertise to any materials that they work on. Umbra Oculus Dice, Taryn Hackett, the purveyor of hand-poured and polished artisanal dice. Umbra Oculus is conjuring relics from beyond the veil for players like you to enjoy at your tables. Use the code Red Hare Inn, all caps, with no the at the beginning, for your chance, actually not for your chance, to get 10% off your Umbra Oculus dice. Tonight, we are giving away this beautiful, I hate you, red, and it always does this, just see it right now, red, and like blood red, like the Briarwoods drinking.
It's beautiful.
Blood. It's beautiful. Check out Instagram, it's on there. But yeah, we're giving that away, so make sure you put in the code barefoot into chat. Next, Adventures in 3D, purveyor of fine 3D printed miniatures. My friends over at Adventures in 3D make a bunch of stuff, from the minis that you see for Perrin and Professor Hale, all the way to oh my gosh, some fun monsters that the party may fight at some point. But yeah, use the code barefoot, all caps, with 15 at the end for 15% off your order there. And last but not least, the Initiative Order. TO is a collective of passionate TTRPG players and content creators that want to help the community thrive and grow. The main goal of TO is to explore and experience all types of gaming systems while creating an inclusive community for all players and viewers. So check them out if you can, because they're amazing. They got some February community games that are still going. I know they're probably getting ready for March as we speak. What?
We barely got started. We're on a hype train.
We're on a hype train? What the hell does that mean? I don't know what Eden.
Hype train on the birthday.
There's a hype train.
Woo!
What's a hype train?
There we go, folks. What's a hype train? But no, thank you all for the love and the support and the amazing, amazing hype that this train is now becoming. But now, without any more hesitation, the spectacular cast of the Ecriom Expeditions, the Barefoot Bandits themselves, starting off with Eden of the Briar.
Well, hi everybody, and before I do that, I just want to say a happy freaking birthday to one of the most queenly goddesses to ever grace any of the streams I have ever been a part of, and many, many more. I am super blessed to have known you and played with you, and I just want to say happy birthday because you goddamn deserve it. So there's that.
Love you.
But yes, I am Taryn Hackett, also known as Valrook across the socials, a generally creative human, an eldritch entity feeding off of the torture of my closest friends. But I'm also a dice maker under the moniker of Umbral Oculus Dice. That is UO_dice on the Instagram. I do have dice in stock right now. And again, you can enter the discount code to go get 10% off full sets there. So you can go do that. Link in my bio for that as well. You can catch me every other Sunday. So not this coming Sunday, but the one after over on the Initiative Order, where I GM Far Realms, a Cult Divinity Lost homebrew campaign where I get to feed my little eldritch soul. And tonight I'm playing Eden of the Briar, and I don't know what the fuck's going on.
It's been a time. We've been away for a while.
Next, the wonderful halfling bard, Perrin Hopesinger.
Hello, my name is Renee Beauregard. I am one half of Dragon Rock RPG Design, where me and my companion and compatriot and best friend, Daniel Lieberman, we create 5e supplements for D&D. We most recently released our Ranger supplement, which you can get for free at DM's Guild. Just search Dragon Rock RPG and you can find our stuff there. And we also have Warlocks and Barbarians that are up there for you. We also have our Icons of Horror, where you can turn your players into iconic horror movie villains such as Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, Pennywise the Clown, and some more. Just check it out. And if you, I'm going to make this statement right here, right now. If we get at least 10 ratings and reviews on the Icons of Horror, I will be able to convince Daniel to allow us to make a volume 2 of Icons of Horror. So please just humor me if you could. Give me an excuse to tell my best friend I told you so. That would be nice. But yeah, you can find us at Dragon Rock RPG on Facebook and Twitter, at Dragon Rock RPG in designs on Instagram, and yeah, we're doing that. And I just want to quickly you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. So please don't take my sunshine away. Happy birthday, Bree. It is my pleasure and my honor to be your big brother in this game, and I have never felt so blessed to know anyone in my life. So thank you so much for gracing me with your humanity.
Oh, okay, stop it.
Well, now it's your turn to talk about yourself there. So, yeah.
Thank you, Perrin, making me cry like that. So beautiful. All right, well, I play Fanara Villar, everyone's favorite half sea elf, half halfling of this squad. The healer who blesses everyone with the heals and just all the hugs and the love. I seriously love each and every one of you, and all of you in chat. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Red Hare Inn. And yes, now getting onto my actual introduction, and not just me blabbering on and rambling as I normally do. I am Utahime, and I am a cosplayer, streamer, and TTRPG performer. If you are interested in any and all of those things, you can follow me on the social medias at Utahime Cosplay, Facebook, Instagram, here on Twitch, where I should be streaming on my channel tomorrow, hopefully. And also to at Brianna DaCosta on Twitter. You can catch me actually on Thursday on Pop Shop Live on Resident Waifu. It's really exciting because I get to talk about Black History Month and Black anime characters and lots of other fun stuff and play some fun games. So please be sure to tune in. I'm going to be posting on my social media about that coming up this Thursday. And you can catch me on the initiative order for the continuation of No Turning Back, Alien TTRPG. So definitely check it out. I also play a teenager on that one, a lot younger than Fanara, since she's now an adult. She's 19 years old, guys, now. But yes, definitely tune in. That's 6 p.m. Pacific time, and for both on Thursday and also too this Friday. So definitely tune in. Thank you, guys.
Hey, what can he say?
Oh, what can I say? It's Jay. Casual. You can find me on all social media at Just Too Casual. I am a variety streamer, all-around entertainer, and the best form of entertainment you'll have in this life or the next. You're welcome, and thank you. More importantly, I am writing my own anime-inspired TTRPG, Deep Breath, where the old world of magic meets the new world of technology. The starter sample guide is basically at this point done. I'm doing some early release content for people as we speak. So for anyone that wants early release, if you check out my Ko-Fi or you just follow me on social media, you'll get all the updates on that and a chance to see some of the early content. There are 7 classes, dozens of subclasses, dozens of subspecies that are new playable, and I think we're at over 50 brand new spells for you to enjoy, among many other things, including some new mechanics, some new features where you get to have adventures in wilderness, metropolis cities, across the 7 seas, or even in a low orbit space station. All that is available on Deep Breath RPG on Instagram and Twitter, but more so our website, deepbreathrpg.com. That's DEEP bread, THRPG.com. And I am playing Corvus, the one that lingers in the darkness longer, so that others may be led upon the light.
And last, but certainly not least, Ronan Fox.
Hey,
But mostly least.
Yeah.
it's probably. First and foremost, happy birthday, Utahime. I don't mind sharing the limelight with you. So there you go. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
No, that's a top tier compliment. Oh my god.
I mean, that's yeah.
That means a lot. That really does. That was like, oh my gosh, that's the president itself.
Yeah, he
I
didn't
thought
even
so.
share it with Michelle Obama. You should have seen that fight.
Anyway, introductions. I play Hale, and I am Ronan Fox, and you're welcome. Take it away, Logan.
God, I love. Take note, people.
My man, doing it just
take
perfect.
note, people. So beautiful, so elegant. It's like he didn't go and fight Sasquatch army this weekend just to save West Virginia.
Yeah, internet's back and stable, so we're good to go.
But no.
Not all hopped up on Mountain Dew.
Well, my friends, it's finally time. Come on in, take a seat, grab a pint, and let's adventure together on tonight's session of the Ecriom Expeditions.
What's the session?
Happy birthday!
welcome back. The party discovered 2 potential remedies, lace flower and an herb known as the Crimson Crawler, to fight against the Uglix plague now infecting Swego. Determining the plants can be found deep within... Oh, let me turn on music. There we go. That'll help. Determining the plants can be found deep within the Heart Scars. They set out at first light, following the main road. As they travel northward, looking for a break in the swamp, they spot a dense cluster of willows and brush on the horizon. Getting distracted by this view, their cart wheels off the road and into a small bog. Despite the cart being partially submerged, the party, along with their horse now dubbed Dusty, managed to pull the cart free and continue on their way. As the afternoon waned and night was imminent, smokestacks were seen on the horizon, a small homestead in the midst of the bogs and swamps. As they approached, eager for a night's rest, 2 giant insectoid-like creatures charged out of the swamp and toward the homesteaders. The party quickly sprung into action, protecting those who they could and defeating both of the creatures. Exhausted, tired, and a little dirty, they're offered a place to rest for the night. A small lean-to off one of the fields on the edge of the property. We find our party drifting off into slumber to the sounds of the insects buzzing and frogs croaking around them. The lean-to constructed into a makeshift home by Art and Eden. Professor Hale, as you sit there meditating throughout the night, your eyes closed, your thoughts wandering, lightning flashes. You look down at your hands, your book, your spell book torn and bloody. Fire glistening off the puddles behind you, from behind you. You hear a sharp scream. The rain coming down, lightning cracks, the sound of thunder immediately after. Same vision, a familiar vision. Make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
$15.
15. As you sit there, this vision that you've had once before constantly repeating itself, you feel your body start to tighten, your mind begin to shield it off, but there's a crack, a slip. Something's wrong. And you both awake. Humid swamp air hitting you where once was rain and cold, almost sleet. The sound of insects and frogs chirping and croaking to one another in the night. A clear sky above your head. The moon waning. What would you like to do?
I will instinctively take the rubber band off my wrist and pull my hair back up into a ponytail, and sort of reflexively take off the glasses and put them away, and kind of just take stock of those around me, and what they're sort of, are they all sleeping?
From the looks of it, yeah. From what you can see, Fenara and Perrin are curled up against one another. Eden is semi there, but cuddling with Grim. Art and Dulcar are off in the corner, kind of bundled up as well. Corvus laying flat on their back, like exactly how Eden looked, because that's how I imagine Corvus sleeps, is just like this.
Yeah,
eyes closed,
like open casket sleeping.
Both blades still in hand somehow, just blade ready.
Yeah, it's like the funeral where like the sword is put in between the hands. That's just how he sleeps. Yeah.
Also, it should be noted that Eden is also in ferret form, snuggling with Grim.
Oh.
There's like a little ball of ferret.
So I will stand up. I will sort of readjust the blanket over Fenara, make sure she's good to go. And then I'm just going to go outside and just kind of take in in the sort of fresh air, kind of relax myself and sort of recenter myself, collect my thoughts, and then kind of journal the dream again, just this as I always do. Every time I'll just write down the events as they happened, what I heard, what I smelled, what I saw, and then sit there and kind of focus and try to come up with something new that may have slipped in this time.
Make a insight check.
Not as good. 7.
7. The burning doesn't smell like like the fire from a hearth. There's something off about it, but you can't tell what.
Shit, Ronan needs to write this down. Okay. Okay, I will definitely note that for sure. And then I'll just sort of spend the next little bit of time decompressing, walking around, kind of welcoming myself to the area.
You're on a small farmstead, few acres. Looks like off to one side there's a grove of trees used as an orchard for picking apples or pears or some sort of fruit. The fields look freshly planted with, you can see little stalks coming out of potentially carrots and potatoes and things of that nature.
Do I see, is anybody awake, or is this still sort of dead of night?
It's close to dawn, not like right on dawn, but like you can start to see the very slivers of dawn pushing up. But nobody's awake. Unless Corvus would be at this time.
I
Would be awakening, but Corvus doesn't move unless necessary, starting the day.
I haven't had an apple in a long time. I'm gonna go try to find an apple.
All right.
How loud are you leaving camp?
Just
Good question.
I mean, I'm not stealthing, but I'm purposely not trying to wake anybody up. So I'm sort of, sneaking out sort of thing. I'm not a very careful guy, but I am being thoughtful to that everybody's asleep. So take that how you want it.
Make a stealth check with disadvantage then. Sure.
Sure. This ought to be good. You turn for the shitty dice. That would be a 5.
5. Yeah, you as you're walking through, you step on, like, you go to open this makeshift door that Art had made, and the door pushes open, and you go to let it go, not realizing that it's not a door, more just like a placeholder, like wooden board, and the door just onto the ground.
The little white weasel with moth antennas laying next to Grim jumps up and is just like screaming.
I'm sorry. I didn't. Sorry. Shh. I'm sorry.
Like, it's basically Eden is squeaking at you in weasel speak, not realizing that she's.
Do you still have all the same stats like when you're in weasel form?
No.
Cool. So never mind then.
Like, it depends on which stats you're talking about. Some of them, yes.
Observe, like, could you notice
Yes.
changes and things like that?
Yes. So like she's like, you can see like the little weasel is like pointing at things and squeaking at you. Again, Eden has not realized that.
Actually, it's kind of still dark, so you probably wouldn't notice too much. But okay, so I'm sorry.
Like hands on the hips, like.
It's early. I don't know. Do you want to be up? Go back to sleep? I was going to go get an apple. You want one?
Yep, and then Eden's just gonna like poof back and then start following you out the door.
Right.
Yeah, well, it's an apple. I'm
Good
just
question.
kidding. I know what they are.
Oh, okay. And now you'll probably notice the robes that I'm wearing are sort of the same color pattern, kind of blues and stuff like that, but they're more vibrant. And my eyes are kind of like a light, like ocean blue, white sort of color. I got my hair up in a ponytail.
You're not Kaiden, are you?
No, I'm not. Not Ripley either.
Oh, that's good because Ripley's an.
Focused. Yeah, he's a focused individual.
Awesome.
Tomato. No, my name is Jonah. My name is Jonah. And yeah, that's me. And you're Eden. Yes. Hi. Lovely.
Conversations being held like at normal volume.
Yeah, probably.
I would say, like already walking out.
Yeah, we're sort of. Yeah, you probably heard the beginning of it. Yeah, for sure.
Corvus is up and following stealthily.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check there, Corvus.
Corvus will definitely do that. That is going to be 19.
Yeah.
That's my passive.
Actually. Yeah, I forgot that everybody in this damn party is observant as fuck.
Eden does not
Aaron's
see
like,
that.
what?
To be fair, the birthday girl is still asleep
Yeah, I'd
with
say
her brother.
stealthy enough to get by the sleeping duo and Art tucked into the corner. Hayden, you do, or not Hayden, Jonah, you notice behind you a quick shuffling as Corvus stirs. Unless you turn around and directly look at him, we won't know he's getting up, but you at least notice that he's moving.
Okay.
So, are you as grouchy as Ripley and Kaiden?
I guess that's probably in the eye of the beholder, but generally speaking, I've been met with more welcome than most. I have a bit more couth than the other two.
Is Kuth some kind of like?
I enjoy being around other people, whereas they tend to shy away from that sort of thing. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sense.
I know it's difficult to understand, even for me. So I don't really get it either.
This is what I mean. I met lots of people. I met a talking swan once, and my
Family, yes.
deities, they turn into like monsters sometimes, so it's fine.
That sounds awful. Are you okay with that? That's something you like?
Oh no, I don't like it, so I don't want to go back. But
Sure.
but
I love this whole thing. I love all of this going on right here. Yeah, all of that. That's wonderful.
oh, I woke up with them.
It's great. Apple, you want to get an apple? Corvus, did you want an apple?
Corvus.
As Corvus just kind of stands.
Hello, Master Corvus. Good morning. Sorry.
You're different.
I am, yes. This may be why Ripley was perhaps so interested in conversing with you. I kind of have my own. This is the first time, right? Okay, so
There's
have
lots of people in the side of Hale, and I like this one better than Ripley.
I have multiple. Well, we're calling them personas, right? So I don't know if that's a thing, but that's what we're calling them. And I am a different one than the one you've been speaking with previously.
Again, this one is not an asshole.
You have different personas.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of the many.
Mm-hmm. You know how like you're resurrected a lot? Just imagine like if you just kept all the previous versions in one like shell. That's kinda.
Then whose body is this?
Oh, it's mine. It's all of ours. We're all fragments, as it were.
Of one person or of many?
One. And we're kind of, this is all sort of guessing, right? Because there's no book on this, unless you have a
Wait,
book on this.
I have a theory. That just means that Corvus has lost all of his fragments.
He seems more intact and well-rounded. These are
No,
more.
he's pokey.
Sure. Okay. So do you?
I suppose that doesn't change the fact that you can certify my job completion then, does it?
Nope. We're all the same. We'll just sign it Professor Hale, no one will know. Hopefully. No, I haven't had any sort of backlash, although we haven't encountered too many people, so there is that aspect. You guys are sort of the first group, thank God. We have communication, dialogue, and other people other than ourselves to speak to, so this is wonderful, and this is probably why I'm here, I think. So
What reason is there to swap?
Because I was probably going to pull really rude pranks on Ripley.
sure, I was there for the last. It was really funny. Jinx thought it was hysterical. So yeah, there are, we don't know. Each one has sort of, we've divvied up the jobs amongst us. So Kaiden, who I don't think you met, is sort of our protector, I guess would probably be a good word. It's kind of the default setting. And Ripley is the one studying. He studies a lot, trying to find answers to questions and things. I don't know. He's doing that right now, actually, in here. And I'm just sort of here to meet people, I guess.
You are the charisma of the fragments.
I mean, if you want to, thank you. I appreciate that. That's lovely to say. Perhaps. I'm just the one that doesn't mind to talk to people. In fact, I enjoy it thoroughly.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then what reason is there to become you when the professor was sufficiently stable in this group?
I don't think he was. He has a lot on his mind, and so it's kind of like a meditation, an extreme form of meditation, right? So when he's overloaded and needs to study and stuff like that, he usually recedes. He usually actually doesn't come out very often. I'm actually surprised he spent so much time kind of at the forefront, and we don't really know how it works as far as changing. I didn't know I was going to assume the outerness of it all. I'm really not great at explaining this. He's better, but you get what I'm saying.
Well,
makes sense to me.
as it stands, my contract is to complete a job that you can certify.
Yep.
Therefore, you are not to be too far without me knowing why.
Yep. I'm
Apples.
here. I was going to go get some apples, and maybe we'll get some for Venara and Perrin, maybe, and Art if they want. I don't know if they like apples. That's all I thought to eat.
We can acquire apples, yes.
Okay. So I'll start walking that way.
While following. So all of the fragments are aware of all the events that transpire, whether or not you're the forefront.
Correct. Yeah, we don't, while I can't directly interact with it at the time, once it gets sort of in the consciousness, I become aware of it just because it's a shared consciousness. But I have no direct impact or control over the situation. I do now, of course, but I don't when I'm not.
Interesting.
It is. And in fact, you two have piqued the interest of Ripley the most because of sort of shared similarities in some capacity. He's kind of a prickly pear, but you should probably kind of maybe talk to him for more answers or something whenever.
No, I understand.
Or I guess you could just talk to him now. I mean, he can hear you, but
Ripley, you're really rude, but I hope you can help me someday.
Ooh, okay, that was a lot. Let's not do that. That was a lot up here.
Interesting.
That's a lot, Dan. Yeah.
Fragments. If your mind's fragmented, then it explains the fractions in which I divide myself upon.
Very similar from what he says.
So in essence, as like a shadowy version of Corvus appears, my ability to form the fragments of my death can be related to the way your mind is fragment within inside you.
Yeah, and I think probably the source of both of our manifestations is please correct me if I'm wrong, trauma is the sort of underlying factor between both of our. This didn't happen because he wanted it to, I guess is what I'm saying.
Does that mean that your little shadow person is like the friendly version of you?
It is the one that did not survive.
That's really sad.
One could put it that way. Each shadow is a memory of when death had struck me down, or should have. Bound to me and manifested, an echo of moments, if you will.
I've never even been hurt until I came out here with y'all.
I'm just going to put this on the table since we're all here, okay? Hugs are welcome, and we can do this. Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
Eden's just immediately gonna go in for like a big old hug because he's just like, yeah.
Yeah. See,
I've
feels better.
only had like 4 of those.
They're fantastic. And they're free.
Mm-hmm. Art gives really good hugs.
Noted. Corvus?
Apples.
Apples.
And there is a tree before you, lush with apples.
I'm just going to pick some and then kind of start heading back on.
Make a survival check for me.
Oh, God. Okay.
Eden's assisting.
And I die.
It's
assisting?
early. It's early. It's what's known as Sandre, the month, which is essentially like early summer, like early June.
Actually, Eden's just gonna thorn whip and grab.
Okay.
I got a 12. I have a +2 in survival? Who is this?
New body. Who this? No, between the two of you, you're able to get enough. Eden using some of your knowledge of plants to being like, no, that one's bad, and like smacking it out of Jonah's.
Hail.
Oh my
Hail.
god! I'm gonna.
Yeah,
like,
it's just
I'm
hail.
gonna,
Just
I'm
stick with hail. Sorry.
out of Jonah's. No, I put H for hail, and then I looked over and I'm like, his name's not H. No, Jonah's hand when you see a bad one, but you get enough for your group. You head back to your small shelter as the sun is starting to come up. Dawn is beginning to break. Finara and Perrin, the sun peeking through the bits and the cracks in the makeshift wall that Art had put up to surround you guys in order to get this long rest.
Oh man, I think I slept weird. My neck hurts. Oh, Perrin, wake up.
What?
Morning.
Yeah, but it's not just any morning.
We have apples.
Right, it's an apple morning. That's wonderful. That's really exciting. What the fuck is that about? And he points right at Hale.
Oh, right. Okay, we're going to do this a lot. My name is Jonah.
It's another one.
I'm not Ripley.
You're not wearing your glasses. Can you not see without your? Is that what's going on?
I think he just does it so he doesn't get headaches while he reads, which I don't do as much. So I like to just kind of talk to people.
Your entire color scheme is different.
Moisturizer.
I like it better.
Yeah. I like presentation, and I kind of enjoy the things that are outside of just books and things.
So, what's your name? And
My name
I'll
is
get back
Jonah.
to you, Perrin, in just a second.
What, get back to me about what?
I believe it's regarding the kink in her neck she spoke of.
Right. Okay.
No. It's not about the kink in my neck. It's about it. Never mind. Anyway, nice to meet you. Even though technically we've already met.
And I know
but-
all of you guys. I'm aware. I have the knowledge. It's shared, so no need to explain anything to me. I'm okay. But you look like you have something on your mind. What can we do for you?
It's nothing of import. It's fine.
You had a bad
No.
dream, clearly.
Yeah.
That's what's
No,
going on
No,
here.
it was quite the opposite, actually. I was I was looking forward to today for reasons that I thought were
Today's
obvious.
special. Today's special.
Well,
Hmm.
today we're expected to find what we've been looking for, these plants in the
Right.
hopes.
The Crimson Crawler and whatever.
That's
Well,
Yeah.
yes, of course, but other things could be happening as well. So we could be completing our mission and celebrating something.
Oh,
Ooh.
is it the holiday? Have I missed the holiday? Have I forgotten the holidays? Again, have I done that again? I can't believe I've done it twice in a lifetime.
Well, anyway, I see you guys have apples, which is really amazing. I didn't think those were out here. But again, what is your name?
I'm sorry, it's Jonah.
Jonah. Okay.
gives
Jonah.
All right.
hugs. They give hugs.
I do give folks. We're gonna just circle back because the only thing worse than waking up mad is going to bed mad. But you woke up mad, so that's not great. That's
Well,
not a
I
great
didn't
start.
wake up mad until Perrin forgot a very important thing.
So we're mad. We're not mad that.
Did you
we're not
check-
mad today. We're mad that he forgot.
Yes, exactly. Well, lately Perrin has been getting on my last nerves a little bit, but
Siblings.
Neither here nor
I
there.
had a sister. Yeah.
What is today?
well,
Oh, I don't. I have no idea what it could be, but I don't know why this song sounds so familiar.
I'm not sure what's happening.
just wait and see. Wait and see.
I don't get it.
Happy birthday to you. It's her birthday. I've been playing you the entire time. Happy birthday,
Stop
sweetheart.
playing all types of jokes. You know that I don't know sometimes when you're serious or when you're just joking around.
You have by far the worst sense of humor, and by sense I mean you can't tell when someone's trying to tell a joke, and it's my favorite thing.
Well, I
love
told
it.
that joke that one time. Remember when we were at that bar and then I was talking about when the tiefling and the priest met at the bar and then, well, it was funny when I said it back then.
It
I
was.
just
It
forgot
was.
the punchline just now,
it's-
but I'll
I'm
remember
sure.
it. I will. I promise. I'll remember it.
I would love to hear it. Sounds wonderful.
Yes. If you could all wish my sister a happy birthday, please. And you
Of
just
course.
gotta
Happy birthday! Absolutely.
Happy birthday. What's a happy
It's
birthday?
the
Thank you, guys. So
how
it's
old?
when you're born and brought in onto this realm.
Oh,
You celebrate it every year.
every annual, yes, every cycle.
It's like a special day for you.
You
Yes.
have a birthday too, I'm sure. You have to. Everybody has a birthday.
Eden, make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh God.
Saving throw, no less.
Saving the last part though.
it really doesn't matter what a modifier is. Oh, it's bad.
It's like a 3. 5.
Nice.
5. Your mind flashes, and for a brief instant, you see a silhouette of two individuals, one kneeling, arms outstretched, as you begin to be pulled farther and farther away from the pair. And then you come back.
Jesus. Happy birthday.
And I'm sorry for saying what I said, Perrin. You know I love you more than anything.
I know
Just-
you do.
Sometimes you play dirty jokes, and
I do. I really do. And it's my favorite thing watching you get all riled up because I know like eventually down the line you're gonna come to and we'll be all fine again. And that's the part of the beauty of our relationship.
Corvus
and
left.
we'll
leaves.
give a peck on his cheek after he says that.
Hey, where are you going? Mr. Dark and Broody.
I will say Corvus has left like a lot of this, like his stuff, like his breastplate, his backpack. He keeps his chains on him, but has left.
Wait, did you Okay, so while he's busy doing whatever people with no souls do, Master Jonah, how old are you?
That's a complicated question.
Right.
Logan, how old is the manifestations? I really don't know. Actually, I wouldn't know. Never mind. Don't tell me.
He looks I'd say like late 20s.
So I understand how old the core is. I don't know how long we've been around.
Right. You sound like younger, and that's why I asked.
Oh, me. Yeah. No, it's just because I have a personality. So
You are rather upbeat. Wait, does
Yeah.
that mean that you have multiple birthdays? That means multiple presents and sweets and treats of things.
as wonderful as that sounds, I don't think so. I think we're still just sort of the one, and we kind of follow them. Now we haven't existed very long. As to how long, I'm not sure, but enough. Look, we've been down this road. It's weird. We all get it. How can we make your day special? Like picking mushrooms and stuff does not. I mean, we got to do something else. Like that doesn't sound.
Well, I mean, I don't want to be too distracting because we should take this seriously. Those things are very important for us right now. But, I mean, that's a good question. I mean, we have a whole new group of friends, and it's kind of, I mean, this area, what does it look like, DM, right now? Like, how would you describe it?
The area that you're like where you're standing, like where you're
Yes.
hanging out. It
Yes.
looks like if there was such thing as a homestead amidst a Dark Souls terrain covered by a swamp.
I figured as much.
Yeah, like it's very like it's a nice, like the sun's coming up, it's a beautiful sunrise, and then you look around and like the shack where like the people that you just saved lives is like covered in moss, and like the roof is starting to cave in a bit, and like even where you're living is like literally like they just took two posts and then put a wooden board over the top and then art somehow fashioned walls around it. It's
Got
like
it.
even though you're close to a road, it's very much like these guys are homesteading on a bog.
Well, let's just say it's definitely very different from how I usually celebrate with family at the Oasis. And there's usually lots of treats, really, really yummy treats. Actually, Mom makes a really good apple pie, along with some others as well. A meat pie.
So let's just put, as stinky as this is, we'll put a pin in it, and next time we're in the city to where we can get treats and things, we'll go all out.
But
I like you. Jonah has such a pleasant disposition.
I like
We're not
Jonah.
all bad.
But if it's your special day, then I can do this, and Eden will just put her hands down and begin to grow up like lots of little flowers, and like is really quickly like trying to weave like a flower crown and just like sets it on Finn's head. That way, at least you can feel special today.
Corvus will be returning.
I don't
Thank
get it
you.
at all, but I'm
Yes.
trying.
Corvus will look at everyone. And you'll notice like fixation on the crown. And then just will walk into the area back to his stuff and sit on the floor.
What was that all about? It's pretty.
Are you all right?
And then we'll hold up his hand as this most intricately woven flower like vines and as origami stuff on it of all the details that he's got from our origami style crown. So,
Fanara is going to approach Corvez. She's going to take the crown that he made, like basically reach out to try to grab it.
and we'll just kind of pass it over. Kind of defeated, like, well, that was an attempt.
Then she's going to take the crown that Eden put on her head, take it off. Now, DM, I'm trying to do something that I don't know if it'll work, but she's going to basically in that moment, she kind of puts them, she takes a look and she tries to figure out how to make it work. But she kind of puts, as they're like lying flat, kind of almost like as if she's linking them together. She's going to cast mending. So there's almost like this little glimmer around both crowns to basically try to join them, almost like how magicians would do with the two rings.
Yeah.
She tries to do the same thing with both crowns.
100% over the next minute. Like you semi break them, mostly because that's how like the spell fixes broken things, but it's in a way where you're like breaking them by like smashing them together and then pulling your hands apart, and as you do, you're left with this circlet that is the perfect combination of the two of them.
And then she puts it on her head. Well, I think this is the perfect gift. Thank you both. Very kindly.
What a great
Right.
group of people.
You, the two of you can live for another day. Congratulations, you passed the test. And then Perrin looked at Joda. You were still figuring it out, and
Yeah, of course. I was unprepared. Sorry.
When Perrin says that, there's like a low key, like almost like a tiger's growl coming out of like Eden, like just the core of Eden, as she's just like, try it.
so Crimson Crawler, the other one as well. What directions? You all have them. I am just here to be pretty.
I was out, so I don't know if.
Eden, you'd remember, and since it's been a month, I'll do some recollection on the part of everybody. Use that giant kind of grove of willows and briar and stuff like that you guys saw was to your west, and it was more northwest, but you guys maybe have like an hour or two travel along that main road that you guys were heading northward on before you have to veer off and kind of go directly toward it through the bog and like weave your way through the bog.
I remember. We just got to get back on the road for a little bit, and then we can cut across the bog to that tree.
All right.
That sounds great.
Let's get Dusty.
That's
Dusty's the horse.
Oh, okay, right. I thought that was like a
Yeah.
right. Yep. Let's get the horse.
Your sister named it.
She did. You're right. Mm-hmm.
It's a very good name. Very appropriate, don't you think?
It is a good name.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not Dusty. It's Dusky.
Dusky.
Dusky. I'm sorry. I haven't written.
I thought she said Dusky. So
I wrote
didn't
it
correct
very. No, I've been saying
I heard it
Dusty,
wrong.
and I felt really
I
bad.
wrote it down in my notebook. It's still packed away. So.
I thought she said Dusky. My bad.
Right.
I didn't know it had a name.
Yes. Oh yeah, that was a thing. That happened.
So are we all ready to go?
Corvus will get his armor back on.
There are people in the shack, right? That are
Yeah,
Homestead.
there was a half-orc woman and her kids.
That's right.
Yes.
So I feel it's appropriate to probably go thank them for their.
Oh, that'd be a good idea. Also, Finn, here, drink this, and Eden will just hand her a little silver cup.
Oh, all right. Okay. What does this smell like?
It smells like butter pecan.
Ooh.
Delicious.
Hmm.
Plus 1d4 to ability checks. And you get 7 temporary HP, and that 1d4 lasts as long as you have that temporary HP. And I need you to roll a d8.
All right.
No.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Somebody's
yeah.
giving
Happy
me some
birthday.
material.
8.
You die.
So
It's actually poison.
as Finn is sitting there, she starts to sprout an animal-like tail that you're allowed to describe.
Me or
Beautiful.
Finn
Oh,
I could describe it, but I'm gonna let Finn. God.
You will see where there is this all of a sudden, like from underneath her dress, but the thing is, it starts lifting up her dress because of the fact that there was no tail there before, and she's like, "Why does it feel so breezy? What if? Oh heavens!" And it's basically you see where it's like it starts extending out, and it's a white fur, but it has black stripes across it. And basically, like the tail is wagging because of the fact that she's kind of like in this excited state, but like she's trying to figure out what's going on while trying to like keep her dress down. So she's trying to figure out how to like calm down the tail and keep her dress down and not flying up.
Eden chugs hers, and nothing happens.
Was that supposed to happen? Am I going to continue turning into a big kitty?
No, it should stop there. But this is good success. This is 50-50. Only one side effect. It's cute. But it'll go away. It won't last.
Yeah, I don't think that my clothing was prepared for a tail. I don't think I was prepared for a tail on my birthday.
Look, this is a
wasn't
birthday
either.
you will never forget.
Yeah, you got that right.
What if
Could
it
I?
brings you luck?
Well, we're gonna see. I need you to not panic. Okay. Perrin takes out a dagger, goes behind her, and just a hole in the back of her dress. And
Okay, I thought you were
it just takes the tail,
off with the tail.
it takes the tail at its base and like pulls it out.
You're about to pull a piccolo on us.
Oh, well, good thing I know how to fix things.
Yeah, you can mend it when you're
Which is why I could do that, and I didn't panic either, because I know you'll fix it later.
It
But now
swishes when she's mad.
it's true. You should see the way her foot taps when she has too many sweets.
Perrin, don't
What?
be telling everything.
This is the best day of my life.
Oh my goodness.
If we can continue on the
Yeah.
road.
Let's do that, please. So with Finara and Eden, we will get Dusky ready to go and pack up.
And I'm
the
gonna
cart.
run over to the house.
As you approach the house, you can see that there is a fire lit on the inside from one window that's there.
Knock on the door.
Who is it? Oh, sorry. The door, you hear the latch kind of come undone and the door swing open.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry to disturb.
Morning.
I know it's early. I just wanted to let you know that we're gonna be off, and sort of do our own thing, and but we wanted to thank you for allowing us to stay on your property, and I did pick a few apples, so I'll pull out a gold piece. This hopefully will cover everything.
No need. And she, like, as you're holding it out, she kind of puts her hand in yours and puts the coin back in. You all did enough last night. Save my boys.
absolutely. Yeah,
It's the least I
you're,
can do
you're
is
an absolute
food and
blessing. Mm-hmm. So, thank you. And if we see each other again, either way, it was a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
And I'll sort of turn.
Hopefully that lean-to wasn't too hard on y'all.
Perfect. Yeah, way worse. We've done way worse. This was great.
Good. Well, have safe travels.
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe you guys should get some sort of warning system or something that you can kind of plan for something that may walk onto your property. Just a thought.
I'll look into that.
Yeah.
My one's
Like a bell or something, like a perimeter something. I use a spell, and I know that may not be your thing, but there are other ways to do it.
Like a cord with a bell at multiple points, so if something trips on it. Okay. I see you. Yeah. I can definitely. I'll talk to the boys. Maybe they throw that together in the next couple of days.
Okay, great.
Just be careful
Thank
if you
so
come
much.
back this way, then.
Absolutely, we will watch out for it. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Safe travels.
Goodbye.
And she closes and latches the door, and you can hear brief mumbling as you walk.
Okay, I think we are all set.
Yeah.
Okay, so to the bog. Sorry, not the best. You got
That's
a tail
okay.
though. In the crown.
I mean, I've been in bogs and briars and stuff before. They're not that bad.
Yeah, I mean they have their uses.
They're pokey.
You guys are both into medicinal things. I'd probably maybe keep a lookout for that stuff. There's probably a lot of that there.
You have a really good point, Jonah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about your tail, Finn.
It's quite all right. I mean, you just gave me an extra present that was unexpected. So let's look at it that way.
It's getting better.
Yeah, I'm sort of trying to figure out how to calm my emotions, so to speak. I'm not really good at that. I mean, technically I get that from my mama.
Correct.
It's good though. You don't want to bottle that stuff up. You know what I mean? Because then it kind of spills out sometimes.
Exactly. See, at least you understand. Oh, by the way, and then she's going to grab Perrin and give him like a huge hug. But as she does that, it's almost like a warmth that he feels. And between the two of them, and she's doing her emboldened bond between them. That's for the song.
Oh, you're welcome, sweetheart. I'm so glad that I got to be here with you, and I'm sad that Mom and Dad can't be here to be with you and tell you happy. I know that they would have loved to celebrate with you like they've done for the past 18 years. God damn it, you're old. So
I'm a woman now.
Don't start that. Can I see any creatures nearby, like small animals and or medium-sized like bears or birds or whatever?
I'd say they're probably like a handful of like frogs or like slugs that you could see around on the road, like as you guys are getting onto the road. The occasional squirrel or rabbit. Nothing bigger than small game though. Like you maybe see like one or two deer, but nothing that stands out as like this huge beast.
All right. I want you to make sure that you don't go straying off into the woods, okay? Because you know, with that, new tail of yours, you might scare someone. You might scare all the little game. They think you're a predator.
Oh, well, I don't want that.
No, hey, absolutely not. So you got to be careful, okay?
All right. I promise.
Who's driving the cart?
Yeah.
I was just about to. I was 18
right.
The whole way through.
Eden, give me an animal handling check, please.
Oh God.
As it's the only thing that's really required of this first portion of your journey.
Okay.
I mean, she is
Okay,
she's the druid.
Yeah.
So
That's a 24.
that's right.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you guys are able, or you're able to steer. You know,
Ian.
you have a combination of like everybody else who has awesome passive perception in the party, like keeping an eye out on that grove of trees far off on the horizon until the point where you guys get parallel and can start to veer off. That first portion of your trip, super easy. Literally just you're going, you know, down a road.
Me and Dusky are homies, okay? Like, I'm like talking to Dusky the whole time, like,
Yeah, you get a little bit of Dusky's life story. No, I'm kidding.
yeah.
But no, you get to the portion where now you are realizing the farther north you go, you're just going to end up having to cut back. So turning into the bog and making your way through is probably your best option.
Does it look like we can take the cart through, or do we have to leave the cart here?
The problem's twofold. You brought a cart with a horse that you're going to leave in the middle of a semi-decent trade road. This is arguably one of the bigger roads that stretch from Swagut to Shymore. However, from what you guys can see immediately before you, there is enough of a navigational passage through the bog from what you can tell. When you get closer to a water source, how reliable those footholds are going to be will be, we'll see when we get there. But for right now, ushering Dusky into these bog patches and this harder ground in between the marsh, peat and clay kind of deal. It is pretty easy. You do get it will slow down just a tiny bit because you're bringing a cart through a swamp, but it should be doable.
For future plans, I missed the description of Dusky. Is he really healthy or kind of thin?
He's fairly healthy. He's not lacking food by any means, but he's like the only pack horse that looked like Umber had to transport goods. So he's it's more of like lithe muscle
average size horse.
Yeah, he's average size horse, lithe muscle. He's muscular, but he's like smaller, leaner. Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah. No, he's not a war horse by any means.
Well, I can forward him if we need to, but if he's over 500 pounds, then that may be out. So
yeah, probably.
Yeah, no,
even a small horse is
Yeah, no.
probably over that.
I just googled average weight of a horse.
There you go.
I had to know. We had to do that.
Just in
this
case.
is Dungeons and Dragons, y'all. Science is real.
Yeah, just
Especially when
continuing on.
go ahead and give me
Tony.
an animal handling check,
Okay.
and then a d6,
Okay.
and then roll a d6.
Okay. Don't like that. Okay. That's an 18 and a 3 on my d6.
A 3. Okay. As you guys are going through, you go in for about another couple hours at this point. You're moving and careening through. All of a sudden you hear a splash is one, and then a second splash as a second wheel on the right hand side of your cart tip and fall into a patch of earth or a patch of bog.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
Whoops.
Corvus, you're strong. You get out and push.
No one said that was the case.
But you're
I mean,
all...
Yeah, it's fine. We can all pitch in. You don't have to do it by yourself.
Teamwork.
Except you don't have to. Your dress is beautiful, and this place is awful. So you. And it's
Well,
your
but
birthday.
in case if something, the axle is broken or something, I can fix that. I can try
That's
to lift
true.
up my dress a little bit, just to not get it the bottom all dirty. But
If we had like a second horse, do you think we could pull it out?
Are you insinuating that you'd like to change into a horse to help us?
If it would help.
oh, I forgot you can do all types of things like that. That's amazing.
Hey, Jonah, have you got big brain to do the maths like Kaiden and Hale?
Yes, yeah.
What do you surmise? You think that another horse would be able to pull this through the bog?
Do I think another horse would be?
I mean, 2 horses are better than 1.
Okay, I just didn't know with the scenario, like the way it looks. If it's slightly
Yeah.
down, then yeah, I think I don't think that'll be an issue. Just we got to get the right leverage, and I will walk around to the other side. Is it look fairly dry on the side that's not sunk in? Like, could we get good grounding over there?
Yeah, you have stable land on the left-hand side of the cart. It's just this right hand. It just must have just slipped, just barely.
Do we have extra rope? Do we have rope?
I would hope there's 6 of you, and each of you.
How
should
much
have
rope
50
do you
feet-
need?
50 feet.
I have some rope.
Okay, then yeah, I don't think it'll be a problem at all.
Okay. 1 second, and Eden will jump down out of the cart, and then slowly but surely she will transform into a large white horse that has fuzzy pink moth antenna.
Awesome. Very quickly. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. I was gonna say there's also some like vine, like briar growing through like the mane and tail, like little rosebuds. But yeah.
Very quickly, you latch on Eden horse to the cart. Eden, go ahead and roll me an athletics check. Do you have the stats for a horse up?
I do.
Okay, then go ahead and
She does.
because it's you and Dusky working together, I will give it to you with advantage, of course.
Woo!
And while we're making all this commotion, I do want to make sure that we're not catching attention of anything in particular.
22.
22. Oh, I believe you do have a D4 because of your thing.
You do?
Yeah. Not that it matters with the 22, but like for shits and
26.
gigs. Yeah, see, there you go.
Oh,
26. 26. The 2 of you are able to pull with a little help from Kaiden wading in ever so slightly just to kind of give it that little bit of a push from the side to get it up and out of the water. But the 3 of you are or not Kaiden. Oh my God, these K names.
Jonah.
Corvus.
Hail.
Corvus. Sorry. No,
I
I
knew you
was
didn't mean me.
I was looking directly. I was looking directly.
I would like
At
to make
Jay.
a point though that Corvus does not get into the bog. Corvus takes the chain and wraps it over the other side and uses leverage, keeping Corvus's feet on the good ground.
There you go. All right. Yeah, that works. But yeah, the 3 of you managing to lift it and push it, or pull it rather, out of this patch of bog. Jonah, give me a perception check real quick as you're keeping an eye out.
21.
21. Looking around, you think for a moment, farther off, between 2 sets of like bog ponds or like swamp ponds, you see something like casually like come up and out of one and into the other. Yes, I said casually. Get over it.
I'll just let them know, hey, we may have, company, but nothing to worry about just yet. I just saw something move, but lots of things move here, so it's not a big deal. I'll kind of give her like the horse pat thing, down the neck. Good job. That was amazing. Finar, did you want to check and make sure that the axle and everything is?
Yeah, of course. And Fanara's gonna kind of look around herself before kind of going and focusing on the wheel itself, because now she's like nervous.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my eyes over that. That's why I told her to do it. So I want to keep my eyes over that direction as well.
Yeah, as you're actively looking around at this point, you kind of scan even the water where you guys are kind of standing next to where the cart has fallen into. No movement other than the little ripples that are coming from the wheels that have now been pulled out.
Okay. And how does the condition of the wheel?
The back,
How does it look?
The back wheel looks fine. There's a small crack in the front axle, but you again put your hand on it.
Yeah.
Cast mending.
Yeah, she's gonna do that.
And the pieces come together, fit, and the cracks within it are contained, healed, fixed, mended, all those
Repaired.
words.
See?
Repaired.
Easy
There we go.
peasy. If Eden is still in the horse form, Fanar is going to try to reach in her bag for like some kind of like food, like some like a biscuit or something to try to give
We got a
to
bunch of
Eden in
apples.
this form. Like apple,
would you have
whatever
apples?
we have.
Yeah, Eden will straight up just devour it, like just looking happy as hell. Like,
Do the prance thing.
yep.
I get by with a little help from my horse.
Boris is just going to be on a looking around now, alert.
Eden,
So this
are
brings
you
up.
are you planning on staying a horse for the duration of your wild shape?
Yeah.
So, with the addition of a second horse, the difficulty of pulling it through the bog is now lessened, so you guys won't have to really worry about that. Jonah, what were you going to say? Sorry.
That's pretty much answers that question. I was going to ask, since we've already been stuck once, do we continue on? But Eden, if you're going to be helping, then I don't see a problem. Obviously, we can. I'm going to take the rope off of her. You can help just pull the cart without being completely attached to it. Doesn't seem humane. Okay. So who can you steer from this position?
Just like, yep.
No, she's a horse.
Like
I
head spins
got
around
it.
real fast and like glares.
No, I'm just saying you're not a steer. You're a horse. There's a difference.
Like ears flat, like out to the side, just like
We are
you
having
can
a full-on
see
tangled moment right here, and I'm loving it.
expression.
You'll get used to his joking. Don't worry. Corvus?
Corvus is currently looking into the water, trying to see if there's anything moving underneath.
Make a perception check.
That is going to be a 22.
The only thing you see looking into the water is your own reflection, staring
This water's
back at you.
cleaner than I thought.
However, the eyes of your
I'm just glad he
reflection
sees his reflection.
are hollow as they stare back at you. You continue on as a group, being pulled by Horse Eden and Dusky. Who do I want to pick on? You know what? Birthday girl, roll me a d6.
Okay.
Fanara, roll me a d6.
Here we go. 4.
4. Roll it again. I'll let you roll with advantage.
No.
3.
Okay. God damn it. Roll it again.
A 1.
All right, that's better. No. You get to a point as you're moving through the bog, several hours later, enough time for Eden to switch back into Eden form. Dusky taking the full brunt of the cart at this point. But you get to a single stretch of pond or of swamp, maybe about 50 feet across, and it looks like it's like a part of a river, or at least just a small pond for that matter. But it's several hundred feet wide.
Do we see the tree that we were looking for?
The trees look, once you get past this, it looks to be maybe a couple more hours. But they're drawing nearer, and the trees, like, they looked big from the distance. They're now gauging from where you're at, probably at least 50 feet tall.
So, I could get us across, but we'd have to leave the horse on this side.
That'd be okay
For a moment, I think that's okay.
if we secure them and let them be safe. What if water things eat it?
Maybe we'll tie it to a tree, 50 yards back or so.
Okay.
You know what? I will put my alarm around it, so maybe we'll at least know it's coming.
Okay.
and we'll be notified if something happens or something's happening. Cool. All right, so I need 20 minutes to do this stuff though, if that's okay.
Okay,
Maybe we'll just take a little rest and snack break, and I'll do my thing.
that's fine.
Corvus, you look a little concerned. Is everything all right?
You keep staring at the water.
There are things that lurk in places. I feel it in the ground, but I can't seem to place what's off about this place.
Eden will also go look in the water, just like trying to see what the heck Corvus is looking at. Like, she's like,
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
You have really good intuition, Corvus.
that is a natural 20. So 26 total for.
Looking down into the water, maybe about 5-10 feet away, you think you see, coming from the earth beneath it, a hand.
Jumping back. There's something in the water. It's a hand or something. It's reaching.
Yeah,
What?
there are elements of this water that is alarming, be it the nature of the depths or the essence of the water itself.
I won't let the water touch me. I told you the water is evil and it wants to eat me.
Yeah, and there may be another problem. I don't think I fully understood. I was just looking at the spell book here, and I don't think it works the way I thought it did. Sorry. I'm not as apt with this stuff as Ripley.
Oh.
I'm gonna take a ball bearing and just kind of flick it into the water, like as hard as I can, to try to just not to skip along it, but to pierce the water surface, just to see how the water reacts.
You throw it, and you watch as it hits, it ripples, and it sinks maybe about half a foot before it settles on something. Not the earth that you can see when you look into the pond, but something else.
There is something beneath this water.
Oh boy.
So Corvus is then going to take one of the chains of this binding, the whip, as it's wrapped around the arm, and is going to like launch it forward to try to reach the ground. I want to try to hit something.
Okay. Just make an attack roll to see how effective it is.
That's going to be plus. That's going to be a dirty 20.
And you're throwing in the same spot as the ball bearing?
Yeah.
All right. So it goes in and it sinks in just enough to the point where like the link where the edge of the blade connects to the hilt, or like the edge of the chain connects to the hilt, and then it pokes out.
I'm going to cast light on my whip to try to illuminate to get a better look under the water.
As you illuminate, you see that where your whip is, it's on the side of, and the light splashes through almost as if whatever, like the thing that it's hitting is translucent. It splashes through, and across you can see maybe about a 10-foot wide pathway, invisible to the naked eye other than the light that's shining through it currently, that extends the width of this pond.
And then we'll resend the whip. The pond has a path through, a small indent under the water that allows passage, though not in the most comfortable of ways.
We have to go inside it. And like in the water.
It's less than a foot of depth, but it is still at least a few inches of water.
I'll see you all when you get back.
And then doing the same, taking another ball bearing, gonna cast light on it and try to skip it along the water to see if I can kind of see if the path makes it like more than a few feet out, to see if it actually might make it almost all the way across.
Make an athletics check for me, please, and thank you.
That is a 15.
15. You skip and then bounces not off the water. You watch as it, like the first couple bounces, and then it sinks and kind of rolls, and maybe probably about 30 feet before it stops, just from the water itself. But from what you can tell, the light shining down on it, this path goes that full 30 feet, and then a little bit more as the light extends further.
So there is a sand bridge, if you will, beneath this water.
But I don't live in the water.
It'll be all right. The water isn't really that scary. I mean, when you get used to it, it's all right. Just stay by me. I promise. I'll protect you.
I think I can help. I think I could, if you just let me finish this real fast. And I'm going to continue casting my ritual for however long it takes.
Okay. Ritual is typically 10 minutes.
Well, I
unless
mean, I know it's
otherwise-
10 minutes, but I don't
Yeah.
know, like, game time, like, how long that would have taken.
Yeah, you could
10
have
minutes.
easily. Yeah, you could have easily had it done, or like you're on the last couple of minutes by the time we get done with, like, they're getting done with this.
Okay.
But yeah, you take the last couple minutes. Your spell, as you're drawing these runes into the dirt at your feet, you cast your spell.
So, as it finishes, the sort of circle that I've drawn kind of shakes a little bit, vibrates, and kind of just raises up, and then all the dirt starts sort of cascading off of it, and then what's left is this sort of holographic looking disc that's sort of that same silvery magic that he uses with everything else. This will take you, keep you out of the water, not far, but it will keep you out of the water at least, and I can kind of pull it with my mind. And Finar, you're welcome to use it as well with the dress and everything. I don't know if and
Well, I'm
everybody
used to the
can-
water. That's
Okay,
that's fine.
everybody can use it if they want. I
But
can't.
but before we go, there is something I want to do for 3 of y'all, if you don't mind.
Sure.
And you'll see where Fanara kind of grasps her hands together and she closes her eyes. And when she opens them, there's like this flicker of light. And you'll feel almost as if like water kind of like fell like over your bodies, but it's not like you don't see water. It's just that feeling of that rush of a wave over each of you. And she's blessing Corvus and Jonah and also Eden.
Oh wow, I can feel that. Wow, that's impressive.
Oh, thank you.
And you'll notice Corvus with the like feeling it, there's like almost a shudder. Like it's cold, but then also mildly painful.
Oh, it's not supposed to hurt you. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I find some things divine to be alarmingly familiar.
Kind of feels similar to this time I talked to a bird.
We should make
Talk to
our way.
birds?
On
crazy.
legs.
Okay, if you want to,
Yep,
On the-
Eden immediately just like hops up and is like balled up on the disc.
Is anyone else
I have-
stepping?
I have
As
to be
perfect-
20 feet in front of her, but I will
As
pull it as soon as I get 20 feet
Perfectly
away.
centered and away from the edge as much as she possibly can be. Like,
Finn will follow behind, so she's like close enough, and she kind of like has her hand outstretched to Eden, just to kind of hold it.
Oh, actually,
I would
what I'll
say
do is
Eden is
I'll put
definitely
it me
holding,
20
like-
feet behind them, so I can kind of move it forward as I'm moving forward. So I'll be sort of far in the back.
And Corvus will be taking, I believe Corvus will be taking the front, occasionally doing a light ball bearing just to make sure that we're on the same path. But then 30 feet ahead of us will be an echo of Corvus, seemingly walking the same path as us.
Alright. As you all begin walking down this path, you get that 30 feet, that light on the ball bearing still in front. You get to it. Corvus, your sound, pick it up. And you all hear a shift in the water to your right. As you look, you can see the top of the water begin to ripple as whatever is coming toward you all is disturbing the dirt underneath, kicking it up so its form can't be seen. In a brief moment, as you're waiting, getting closer and closer to your walkway, the ripples stop. A form comes shooting out of the water, wings splayed as it flies over you, splashes into the other side. As it does, mud and muck and mire splash over all of you, peppering your faces with the brine of the swamp.
Did any of us see the form in that moment?
In that brief moment, what you saw, Fanara, I'd say Eden, if I remember, I think Jonah, I think everybody but Perrin. You see brown,
Accurate.
brown leathery wings, almost like a manta ray type body with a stinger protruding from the rear, hands splayed out in the front, and this horned face coming up from where, like the head of it would be. You watch as that ripple of it going into the water stops and turns, and it floats up, wings splayed out before you as it's standing in the middle of the water. And we're gonna go to break real quick.
Great.
Oh boy.
Hey, Kevin.
Make sure you type barefoot
Barefoot.
in the chat
It's barefoot.
for your
It's always
chance to win this. Oh, it works when I'm all the way back here. This Umbral Oculus D20 is beautiful. It's red with silver, and then it's disappearing. I'm going to use it to kill everybody in just a minute. But we're going to take a quick 10-minute break and come back. Thank you all for joining.
See you then, friends.
Be right back.
Bye.
Welcome back. Our party, after continuing from their swampy abode, find themselves at a pond crossing, finding an illusionary walkway that's taken them the majority of the way across. They are assaulted by some sort of murky, muddy, boggy stingray. As it comes out of the water facing you all, its manta-like wings flapping, its stinger barely hanging in the water. Its face looks at you all, gives a grimacing growl, and since you guys are prepared, I'm going to make you all roll initiative, I think.
Oh, great.
I was going to have it do something, but like it's not fair. Y'all are ready, so we'll see if it does something on its turn.
Cool.
Umbra Oculus, don't fail me now.
The only roll I ever do good on.
Hey.
Well Wheaton.
No,
At least you guys are blessed.
Oh,
Hashtag
yeah.
blessed. Yes, you get your blessed.
And you
to-
technically almost are
Yeah.
pretty much Perrin. obviously.
Yeah, I get a D4 as well. No, everybody else gets it on their attack rolls and saving throws.
Oh, and Fanara,
only
did you
attack rolls have throws?
bless yourself?
No, we're bonded.
Oh, you're bonded. Okay.
Found it. Mhm.
Okay.
No, that
So-
went to the other three.
Okay, the other three are blessed. You do get an additional D4 though because of Eden's potion, because it's an ability check and technically initiative is ability check.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So you get a D4. Eden, that means you would get 2 D4.
Oh, I do.
Oh, I needed that too. Thank you.
Do you
Does
get
Bless apply to ability
initiative?
checks?
No.
Oh
it's
no, I'm
just,
sorry. No,
saving
you don't.
throws
You
and
just
atta-
get
and
one.
attack
My
rolls.
bad. I
Well,
forgot
I mean,
what Bane did for a
I
minute.
forgot that I had, but I'm saying I didn't roll my D4 because I was like,
oops.
oh, I don't get blessed, but I
Uh,
did roll one for that.
25 to 20. I'm doing it on paper. this time.
22.
22. Anything higher than 22?
No, not since I can't use that D4.
All right. 15 to 20.
19 for Corvus.
19 for Corvus. Eden.
I got the 20.
Okay. So Eden. Corvus.
Siblings again.
Fanara, Perrin, where'd you go? How'd you do?
7.
12.
Okay.
This is too on brand. Why? Oh.
You guys together don't equal mine.
I know.
Thanks.
Your dex is what, Corvus?
My dex is 15.
Oh shit. Okay, rollies.
Oh shit. That's an 18.
That's a 7. So you'll go first.
Excellent. I'll go before Jonah too, just because why not?
No. Jonah, you're up first. You're concentrating on your floating disc, pulling it as you go.
It's not concentration, I don't think.
Oh, is it not?
Nope.
Well, shit.
It just does the thing.
It does the thing.
Let me make sure. Yeah, it's not. Okay, so what the fuck is this thing?
If you want to make an Arcana or a History check, go ahead.
Can I do that freely?
Bonus action. I'll give it to you as a bonus action.
Bonus? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, because I had rolled earlier. Okay, got it.
Arcana 12.
Arcana 12. You're not quite sure. It doesn't quite look animal. And it doesn't look like any sort of dragon that you've heard of.
Okay.
So
Do I still get to roll? Because I was, Fenara was trying to figure out what it was.
I say you do it on your turn.
Okay.
Because this all happened within.
So this is not okay. This is not like
this all happened within 6 seconds. No, this is part of Jonah's turn.
All right, so I will pull from my mind again, and what you'll see is a little inspiration from Corvus, and it'll be a silvery sort of cord that runs down my arm and out, and I will throw it sort of forcefully at the thing, and I need an intelligence save.
Okay.
I can cast that too.
Okay. Does intelligence a 17 or 16?
Well, it's a fucking yeah, fucking. Hold on, you still get half damage.
Oh, God.
I think it's half damage. Yeah. It's 13, so 6, I guess.
What type of damage is it? Psychic?
Yeah, psychic.
6.
And because it doesn't latch on, it just sort of pulls back into my mind.
You watch as it does like lash out and hit. The creature kind of takes one of its wings to block it, and it splashes over. And it does take. You can watch its head shake for a second, as the spell does hit and do some damage, but doesn't take full effect. Anything else? Action, bonus action. You want to move it all?
Where am I in relation to it?
I'd say you guys are all like kind of in a line. So wherever you'd be, I imagine Jonah would be farther to the front because he had to pull. He had to pull Eden. And
Well, I was
Fanara
pushing
on the
it
disc.
actually. I was 20 feet behind it, pushing it.
Oh, okay. Then you'd be in
so
the back then.
I can do this without moving her, so I will kind of just go towards since I'm flanking on the end, just kind of, back up, 30 feet
Right.
on the edge there.
So
You're back on
pulling
solid.
Eden
You're back
further
on
away
It
from-
solid
doesn't.
ground.
No, it minimum is 20 feet. I can extend it up to 100, so
Okay.
I can move away without moving you. So
Cool. And you're back on solid ground if you go backward.
perfect.
Yeah. Awesome. Eden, it's your turn. You're
Eden
probably
will-
about like 10, 15 feet away from this
from
thing.
the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Eden's going to scream, because like the screechiest little girl scream ever, because she was right. The water wants to eat her. And as she's her little like freak out scream kind of almost becomes like this weird guttural echoey screech, as her eyes ink over black, her irises turn red, her nails elongate, and there is like a fluttering coming from all of the trees around them as a swarm of moth appears in a, let me make sure, yes, in a 10-foot radius sphere focused on this thing. And it heavily obscures that area, and I will need it. It's a dexterity saving throw.
That's a 21.
21. Yeah, that succeeds.
Awesome.
But then we'll take. Still takes 9 points of piercing damage.
9 points of piercing. That's halved, or that's already
halved.
All right.
I rolled a 9 and a 10. And basically, it's when the creature starts its turn or enters the area for the first time.
Awesome.
It makes that save. And then Eden, while still keeping like the banshee screamy thing going like a little bit, will book it. All of her movement as much as possible, like we'll book it from the disc towards dry land on the other side.
On the far side. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. You kind of just sprint through. You're most of the way already. You probably have like 10 more feet until you are off this illusionary path and onto solid ground.
And she's not booking full feet. Like, she's just wanting to have her feet on solid ground. And she's turned back and she is looking. And she seems to be like muttering under her breath something in Sylvan, like she's talking to the moths. Mm-hmm. And that is my turn.
Awesome. Corvus. And you said the moths lightly obscure stuff that's within it? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
Well, it says lightly obscures the area, or heavily obscures the area.
Heavily obscures the area. Okay, cool.
Got it. So it's heavily obscured right now.
Yeah, you're having a hard time to see it because there's a bunch of little moths flying and trying to bite at it. And
far is it from our illusory path?
I'd say probably the same, no more than like 10 or 15 feet.
Perfect. So I can. How wide is the path? Is it like only like a real narrow 5 feet?
About 10 feet at the most. There are points when it narrows a bit, but it's not any wider than 10 feet at any given time or smaller than 5 feet, and you can usually tell when it's shifting.
Because Corvus would like to take a step back and then jump at it to avoid being into the water to get within range to make a melee attack.
Okay,
also,
so you're
to be clear, that means it can't see us either.
Okay. So it is going to. So you're jumping through the moths to get to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I can't see it, so I got to be able to see it to hit it.
Can you determine what? Does the moths do anything? Eden?
No, it says hostile creatures.
Cool.
So I don't know. I mean, I guess you could rule that how you want to rule that.
No, Corvus is hostile to an extent, but not hostile to these moths, so that it's trying to help kill this thing. So yeah, go ahead, make an attack roll. As you jump through, you start to see this thing come into effect. Now you see that where the ends of these manta-like wings, there are hands, and coming down from the bottom, you see feet.
So I mean, it's heavily obscured technically. So is that an advantage, technically speaking, or is it like? Because it doesn't know where I'm at.
It's the opposite.
I'd say.
But I'm here. But
I'd say if you're jumping in, so the intention is to like stick a dagger in it as you're sliding down it.
My whip, because
or
I
your whip,
real good.
Yeah. So I would say it would be. I'd say disadvantage on your part because you can't see it until you're like.
But you are blessed.
Within 5 feet of it.
Quite the opposite of what he wanted.
Yeah. So I'm gonna attack when I'm within the 5 feet instead of my 10-foot range. I'm gonna stab it with my whip then.
All right, then that will be a normal roll.
Fine. That's gonna be 18.
18 will hit. I had to double check.
Ooh, you had to double check that. I don't.
Right?
I had to double check that.
Okay.
Since these moths aren't considered enemies of my enemies, that's going to be 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. Okay, cool. Yeah, the moths aren't anything, so cool. You stab into it, and you watch as you stab into it and you drag across. This black, like, ichor comes pouring out of the wound. It looks down at you and snarls as it does so. Anything else? Bonus action?
Yeah. Bonus action, I'm going to swap places with my Echo to get back on the illusory path.
Because it was 30 feet. It was at the head of us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So I'm gonna be back on the path, and my Echo now
will
gonna be there. Yep.
Okay. No, not you. No, not you, Echo.
My Phoenix.
Your Phoenix. My Echo gets... Stop. It gets so mad at me whenever I play with Corvus. Okay, cool. Well, now it's this creature's turn. It's starting its turn within the moths. Anything.
It says when it starts its turn, it has to make the
The
check.
dexterity save.
Yeah.
How's a 12?
12 is a fail, and they will take 12 points of piercing
All right.
as the moths are just like shredding around it and biting.
As it comes down, it's going to make one claw attack at your phoenix. That's going to be a natural 19 for 25 to hit.
You're
Gee.
muted, Jordan.
That hits. It goes poof.
Yeah,
I didn't
you
need to.
have
I didn't need to know. Yeah. So it hits that.
We knew.
Confuse. Another snarl as it dives into the water, splashing and moving around the muck and the mire. Silence for a moment. And it pops back out right in front of you, Perrin, and Fenara.
I just want to note that I did make, or that Jonah made a note of him switching
Cool.
places with his echo.
Attack
person.
on Fenara with the second claw is going to be a miss. As it swipes out, you manage to just kind of duck as like the disc kind of lowers like half a foot, but then it's going to turn and it's going to latch out and try to bite at you, Perrin.
Sure.
That's going to be a 16 to hit.
I like you to go fuck yourself.
That never gets old.
Yeah, it's I tried to cut in words it and it still hits me.
It
so.
still hits you.
No.
All right. Oculus dice, help me kill. Help me not kill you.
Don't pin this on me.
So you're gonna take 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And 3 points of poison damage as it bites into your shoulder. It's then going to detach, and it's going to attempt to sink back into the swamp.
Okay.
So the two of you can get attack of opportunities on it if you like.
Yes.
No, I can't. I use my reaction to try
Oh,
to
but
cut
I
in words
can.
it.
But you can, Fenara.
Yes.
No, you don't hurt my brother. And then she's gonna basically kind of almost like she motions like her hands as if like motioning the water to kind of do her will. And basically in that moment, the water becomes almost like this bright blue light that ends up going towards its center mass. She's doing her guiding bolt on this thing.
You don't have Warcaster, do you?
Forgot that I don't have
You
that.
do not have Warcaster
you don't have that
yet.
yet.
So you unfortunately can't cast a
But
spell as a
it
reaction.
doesn't work. But in the same motion,
doesn't-
she pulls from behind her back, and she has her crossbow.
All right, go ahead and make an
So
attack.
she tries to fire at the center mass.
Yep. Go
with
ahead
the
and
same motion, and the water seems to also to do its thing.
go ahead and make an
with
attack
that
roll
motion.
with
You still have a
disadvantage.
certain radiance. to it.
Yeah.
It's
Go ahead.
radiant.
Go ahead and make an attack roll with disadvantage because you're making a ranged attack against a target.
Melee, yeah.
Yeah, melee target.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Be one of those
I'm
nights.
sorry. Oh
Natural
no.
one.
So as you aim, you hear a ting as the bolt of your crossbow comes out and shoots across, and you hear it like zoom, 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 across the swamp farther away. The arrow goes flying and just out in another direction.
We're not getting that one back, you know.
No, I'm sorry, Perrin. Are you all right?
I'm fine. And he just kind of looks a little woozy.
I'll take care of that later once we get rid of Big Bad and Ugly.
The creature sinks into the swamp and disappears. Actually, let's see if it
Does
disappears.
that count as cutting words? I'm just kidding.
And it
kidding.
disappears.
And it disappears. Great.
Perfect.
Finar.
All right. So, yeah, because this one forgot she didn't have Warcaster. Yep. Yeah, let's see. So, okay, so So this thing is still hidden underneath the water, so it's like basically even I would if I try to cast in that direction,
It would be at disadvantage.
it would be at disadvantage.
Correct. You saw where it went in, so you have a general idea of where it's at, but you can't physically see it, so it'd be at disadvantage. Correct.
It's too big of a risk. But, she is going to still attempt something. So, kind of, she's focused on that area, and she kind of holds out her hands as if to try to pinpoint where this thing landed within the water. And in that moment, there is a bright beam of light that seems to emanate from underneath where she is to try to hit this thing. She's doing Sacred Flame,
Okay.
and that's a roll.
Yeah, it's a
Dexterity.
Save,
Yeah,
yeah.
dexterity save. Yeah. I don't think there's anything. I don't think I. Yeah, I think that. Yeah. Okay. So you watch as it shoots up, and as it does, it illuminates this creature in the muck and the mire. Go ahead and roll your damage
Oh.
as it
Alright,
gets
let's
trapped
do it.
within. That was with advantage on the save too.
Oh,
I
yay!
did
Okay,
horrible,
and then
horrible.
okay, so that is that's 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. Awesome. You watch as there are some bubbles from like an audible scream that come or are audible like lurching and crying out as the radiant energy hits it.
Got him.
Anything is your bonus action.
And I'm pretty sure I can still do this because of the fact that the one was a cantrip, and what I'm going to be casting is technically a first level spell. Does that still work
Yep, that works.
for your rolls? Okay. In that moment, she's going to point over in her brother's direction, and she's almost kind of like as if she's doing like a sigil, and she's actually casting Sanctuary as a bonus action on her brother.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Okay. Sanctuary isn't concentration, is it? I don't think it is.
Sanctuary is not
Cool.
concentration.
Then
But
you're
it's
good.
going to be immediately broken when he starts his turn.
Potentially.
I know.
Awesome. Baron, your sanctuary.
I feel this warm, glittery light kind of wash over me, and I am like halfway into a strum, and I'm just like you watch as my arm like screeches to a halt, and I'm just like,
Sorry, I'm trying to protect you.
"Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world." Do 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 do. And he just kind of sings softly to himself, and I'm gonna cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay.
In sadness that I can't do anything aggressive.
Sad song.
But-
Sad song
yeah.
vibes.
Yeah, seven plus 3. That I get 10. I go back to 4.
Wow. Holy.
See? Sometimes,
All right.
even though you don't get the action right away, now you'll be fully up to speed and ready to go. See?
I made
It
that
works.
30 in my head.
Just kind of looks at her. I rolled 2 dice, so that's a second level spell. I mark that off. And then that's my bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't see this thing, right?
No. The second that sacred flame is gone, it's back to, being dark and,
Being
and
not
murky.
visible.
Yeah,
Got
not
it.
visible.
Then you know what? I'm going to hold my action. And I want to, my trigger is when this thing becomes visible again. And what I'm going to do is cast my spell that I'm holding far enough away for like if it appears close to one of my companions, I'm casting the spell so it's not possible to get them in the mix.
Okay. What spell are you holding?
Why do I have to tell you this?
Is it? I don't know.
It is not an aggressive spell.
Okay. I'm just curious. I can't be curious. Jeez.
No, I don't want you to prepare anything against me.
I mean, I'm not gonna. Okay. All right.
Listen,
Fair.
your little sister was concerned that
Fair.
this thing was going to
Fair enough.
chomp down on you and kill you.
It's fine. I'm holding a spell as my action.
Okay. Can I know
and
what
reaction.
Can I know what spell level?
I'm holding Fairy Fire.
I know. Okay. All right. I see.
Okay.
This creature is
Don't
now
worry.
immune
I'm
to
not
fairy
gonna.
fire.
I'm not gonna. It's this thing's now immune. No,
You
it's
didn't know
not.
that?
Yeah, you didn't know that. This creature 100% is a fairy, so it can't be set
Yeah.
on fire.
Demon stingrays, obviously.
No. Cool. Awesome. Jonah, back up to the top.
I'm going to walk 15 feet forward. I'm assuming that if I do, that I'll be within 60 feet of it. Assuming if it pops out and relatively where it was.
Yeah.
Relatively close.
That's.
to
I
where it
mean,
was.
even
Okay.
like the pond itself is only like about 50 feet across. So yeah,
Okay.
if you walk
Alright.
20, you're good. Yeah.
Okay, well then I'm not going to do that. It's only 50 feet across. I'm going to stay where I'm at. And I will sort of kneel down, hold my hands to my temple, and say, well, I might not understand it, but at least I can use it. And what we'll start building is sort of this really high-pitched child scream, actually. And it'll be low volume right now, and I will hold it to see when that thing pops back up. I'm holding Toll the Dead.
All right. Eden.
Okay. So technically, I can't see Poopy, right? Like it's just...
Correct.
Okay, so Eden is continuing, like chanting something under her breath in Sylvan, like in this weird deep voice, kind of. And so Dissonant Whispers. It says one creature. Like it doesn't say that I see. It just says
One
that
creature
only
within
one
range?
creature of yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, do it.
It's within 60 feet. Okay, so
Do it.
like.
You've seen this thing, so you're able to
Yeah.
reach out. It's almost like a
Okay.
telepathic bond. You're able to reach out almost telepathically to it. Yeah.
Yeah, so like as Eden is chanting, there's like almost like a lower, like kind of creepier echo, and she casts Dissonant Whispers.
All right. Which is a wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a 13 on the die, plus 1 for a 14. You only have a 14. Oh my gosh. But you feel that it hits, but whatever it hits is immediately like waves against a wall, broken. As the spell does not take hold. Does it do half damage?
It does half damage.
Yes, it does say it takes half damage.
Cool. Give me half
I
damage.
was really sad. I was being sad and reading the spell. So half of 12 is 6 points of psychic. 6 points of psychic. Ow.
All right. Anything else for you, Eden? Bonus action. Do you want to get onto dry land on the opposite side? You're still like 10 feet out.
Yeah, Eden will want to make her way completely onto dry land, like running, but keeping an eye like on the moth BBs and like just keeping them within
Pulling them a little bit closer.
range. Yeah, just like keeping them away from buddies, but keeping them within range, and just continuing to like do the weird whispery chant under her breath.
Cool.
That's it.
All right. Corvus, your turn.
Is it within 10 feet of me? Because even if it's murky, I can see it if it's within 10 feet of me. I have blind sight.
I'd say no. Because
Okay.
you switched your echo like 30 feet away. So yeah. No.
Okay. So, I'm gonna try to make my way back to my original position before I did the jump to try to get an eye on it, basically.
You sense it as you're getting closer. Before you get to where you originally were before the jump, it's about 10 feet in front of you to the left.
So it took me about 20 feet to get to that.
It took you, about 20 feet to get there.
Perfect. What I'm hearing is I can jump the rest of my 10 feet movement to jump at it.
Into the water, yes.
Would I be able to reach it with that jump and dive?
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
All right.
Yeah,
perfect.
you can sense it. Yeah, 100%. I'll give it to you.
So I'm gonna like take a back step and jump, and as I jump, the Phoenix will be where I stood right before I jumped. As I use my bonus action to summon Phoenix there, and I jump into the water to then attack on my way in.
Go ahead. You can sense it. So yeah, normal roll.
Yeah, I have blind sight, so it can't hide from me. That's gonna be a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
That is going to be, that is going to be 10 points of stab.
10 points of stab. Awesome. As you jump into the water with this thing, you stab into it. Now underwater about like 6-7 feet into the water, into the depths. Anything else from you?
Bonus action, movement, all my movement, action. No, we're just holding on and holding our breath.
Cool. This thing's gonna make 3 attacks on you.
Yes, it is.
The first one being a 15.
That'll miss.
The second one being a 19 plus 6 for...
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah, okay. And then the third one is going to be a, 14 plus 6, so a dirty 20.
Oh, damn. That
so,
hits.
So the bite comes out and you feel it go... You feel the head come rushing over your shoulder, and you manage to duck it down just in time as you can feel the snap and the water kind of move from where its jaw came down. Its claws then, figuring out where you are, kind of just reach in and fold in around you and then just grate across your back for... Umbral Oculus dice. I love the 7s. Because they look like 1s, and then I realize
I don't
they're
like
7s.
that he says that out loud.
And then I realize they're 7s, and I get really excited, like right now. So you're gonna take 7 points of slashing from the first one, and 10 points of slashing from the second one.
Corvus floats slowly
as they grate across your back, and that's gonna be.
What?
Is it time for revelations?
No, it's not. It almost was, but Perrin had to heal himself, so I'm a little mad. No, it's going to stay underwater with you. It's going to stay submerged. And now it's to the point where the two of you are like tumbling and rolling in the water, so the dark and the brine is and the mud and murk and vegetation is all starting to get kicked up and disarrayed. Fenara, your turn.
How close was he to the surface? Like, can I get a visual on him at all?
You can see like the remnants of Corvus's feet like kicking a little bit, but that's about it. Like, and you can see a little bit of the movement of the body, but not enough to really get a grasp to send a spell out.
Well, mine's already holding. Like, that's what I mean. Like, if I was holding for any visual to release the sound.
I'd say because they're like full body underwater, even like if it's just a tiny bit, like you're seeing like the top of a fin, it's not enough to really get a hold. Like a pure.
Out of curiosity, what size is this creature?
About the same size as you.
Okay. Is it grappling me, or is it we're just kind of wrestling?
No, you guys are just kind of wrestling in the water at this point, like moving body over body.
Are you trying to get the DM to grapple your character?
I was saying if in case we're grappled, because if it's a medium creature, I'm just saying it doesn't weigh that much. But anyway.
No.
Carry on.
I'd say not enough for anybody who's holding a spell to be able to get a spell off.
So none of us could. None of us could.
At this time, right? If you're holding a spell, you cannot see it.
just figured out a way to get around a group full of spellcasters.
Put something underwater.
Even if you
kill
technically
that
weren't
line of
holding a
sight.
spell, but you can't see it. We can't see it at all.
I mean, you know the area, so if you're trying to cast something within a 5-foot area, is it a spell attack for you, Jonah, or is it a saving throw?
It's a saving throw.
Gotcha.
Yeah. No, it's a visual.
Yeah, I'd say because it's visual and it's saving throw. No, if it was an attack, I'd maybe let you get it off, but no. Fenara, you're up.
Okay, so now the range of this thing, and you said that it's not visual, so if we try to attack, it's automatic disadvantage.
Yeah, you would know that. I'd say based on the success of your Sacred Flame, that it has the same advantage for that, with or without, with or without the.
That's probably the best bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's definitely going to, since obviously given the situation, that's the best course of action. She's going to do the same thing once again, where that light emanates from underneath her and flashes out to try to hit this creature in the direction that it was last seen.
A 12.
It fails.
Let's see through. It fails again. This thing does not like dexterity saves, though.
That's 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. All right. Where's my pen? You watch as it screams out again. Like, you can feel the bubbles coming from its mouth, Corvus, as it's in the water with you there. Anything else? Bonus action.
Question, because of the fact that oh no, I can't see Corvus, huh? Corvus is so far underneath.
You know what? Perrin, Fenara, and Jonah. And Jonah, give me perception checks. Okay. I'll say Jonah, since you haven't moved and you're still on the opposite bank, with disadvantage. But the other two are right there on top of it as 17? The Sacred Flame is going off.
13.
I'm
17.
sorry, you said perception?
Yeah.
20.
Yeah, you can get your spells off. Go ahead. Sacred Flame giving you the briefest of movements, but go ahead. You can see Fenara, you can see Corvus.
Okay, in that moment, she's going to kind of clasp her hands together in that same prayer position. Once again, holding her gem across her neck. And she's going to kind of be whispering underneath her breath. She's doing Healing Word on Corvus.
Okay.
And that's at first level. And that's for 5 points of healing.
5 points of healing. There you go.
I'll take it.
All right. What do I need?
Go
We're gonna go around the horn since Perrin was holding his spell first. Perrin, what do I need from you? It's dexterity saving throw.
So I can see it.
You can, in that brief instant of the Sacred Flame taking hold and there being that radiant light in the water, you can see the form of both it and Corvus very briefly.
Great. So he kind of he can see where Corvus is lined up and just gently guides the spell away from him. It's a dexterity saving throw.
That's gonna be a, what is it? 15 plus 2 for a 17.
Shit. Okay. Well, that didn't work.
Make a charisma, make a spell check for me.
Spell check.
Whatever your spell attack modifier is.
Okay. 16.
Cool. Yep. I'll say because of how they're in the water together and constantly moving, you're just barely able to get it off in a way that wouldn't affect Corvus.
Okay.
Yeah. Hale, what do I need from you?
He's knelt down, hands at the temple, sees that brief moment, snaps his finger, and then there's just a wave of that scream that emanates up over her, and you need a wisdom save. Never got you to fail a save yet, by the
Wiz-
way, on any spell I've casted.
Wisdom save. I hate to say it. It's a natural 20 plus 1 for a 21.
Yep. Doesn't
Oh
matter.
my
Doesn't fucking
gosh.
matter.
Yeah.
H.
Sorry, guys.
Oh,
Sorry, guys.
fuck.
Hate to see it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Just pick more attack spell. No, I'm kidding. I love you. I'm sorry.
It's not gonna happen. I'm a bard.
Perrin, your turn.
Yeah. So seeing that, this thing is just too quick for him. How frustrated am I? Do I burn my spell slots? I will. You know what? Yeah, we'll do this instead. So I will turn around. I'll pull out my loot. How does Eden look right now?
Eden looks, spooky, but good other than that.
Right. How far away from the water is she currently? Oh, she's still floating on the little thing, right?
No, she
she
booked it
ran-
she's to
she's-
the opposite side.
There we go.
We're like just
exactly-
on the shore.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Perrin will turn around, pull out the loot, and just kind of look at her softly, just kind of smile a little bit and go, "Baby, why don't you just meet me in the middle? I'm losing my mind just a little. And I'll give her bardic inspiration, and then I will hold my action again to when I see it come out of the water. That is the specific trigger. It needs to come out of the water.
Roger. Awesome. Then
Yeah, I'm holding vicious mockery, by the way.
cool. Jonah.
Can I see it or no?
Not from where you're at. No.
I'm going to sit down, and I'm going to take out 2 pieces of parchment. I need to write a thank you to Corvus for jumping in the water, and I need to make a birthday card for Nara. So that's what I'm going to do.
All right.
Okay.
Which one
I
would you
understand
like
how
to
people
work?
felt about Rex now. Okay. I
Which
see it
one?
now.
Which
I
one
have
would you like?
nothing I can
Which one
do.
would you like to work on first?
The birthday card, clearly, because I don't even know if Corvus is going to live. So
Make a.
Hey, I healed him, okay?
Make
true.
a performance check.
Sure.
Sure, we'll go with it. We'll see how nice of a birthday card it is.
Oh, count, Logan. It's a 9.
It's the I'd say no, it's nice. You have very nice you have very nice
Yeah,
handwriting
sure.
across all of your forms. So I'll say at least the calligraphy of it is very nice. Even though you're sitting down to make it like as your hands kind of like a little jittery
A little shaky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little shaky. Yeah, no, you're fine. It's fine. It's a good birthday card. The balloons don't really look like balloons, but
Sure.
yeah.
I have
Okay.
nothing to color with either. So.
Exactly. It's all
birthday
just
card with-
black and white color.
Yeah. Sorry.
Looks like a bunch of peens on the card.
Oh God. Yeah. Awesome.
That is
That's
my
your-
action. For the bonus action, I'll start working on the thank you card, and my movement, I'm staying put.
Cool. Yep. You continue to work on your birthday card. Awesome. Eden, what would you
How
like to
far
do?
away is the creature?
From you at this point, probably just over 30 feet. So about 35, 40 feet.
Okay.
Or actually, no, because it's closer to the middle. I'm sorry. I'd say about 25 feet.
Cool. Thornwhip doesn't specify that I have to see it. It just says a creature within range.
All right. Cool. Make an attack.
Okay. Cool. That's 19.
A 19 will hit it. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Awesome.
Pull that bitch out the water.
You already know though. Yay! Okay, so that is 6 points of piercing damage as Eden rips it 10 feet up
10 feet
And
up and
bonus-
out of.
the water. Bonus action, her hand comes across on the other side with her long witchy nails, and she moves her swarm of moths
Okay.
over it.
So Constitution, Dexterity,
That is a dexterity.
or is it?
It's
What did
it
we-
says that
what did we
enters the
roll?
we said it. Let me see. Hang on.
It's
It's
when.
dexterity saving throw, and it's when it enters the affected area for the first time or starts its turn there.
Okay, so then
How
this
does
would be
one
this
roll?
would be when it starts its turn there then. Because
Yeah,
the first time would
that's
be
right.
at the start of your when you
Yeah.
immediately put it down, and then after that would be
That's-
start of
Yeah,
That's right.
so
Cool.
there's a thorny vine that rips out of the palm of Eden's hand as she grips and just jerks it up out of the water, and her swarm of moths
And as that's happening, as the moths are starting to converge before you miss seeing it, Perrin, you get your vicious mockery off.
One night, yeah, one more time. Thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so great. And he tastes like you, even sweeter.
Wisdom save? Charisma save? I
wisdom
forget.
save,
Wisdom
I
save
believe.
is a 13.
Failure. Oh no!
Oh.
Wait. Yep. That is my spell save DC.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Make some birthday cards.
God damn. All right. So just
No.
it kind of turns and looks at you and like cocks its head to the side. At this point, this black ichor is from all the wounds that Corvus has put into this thing, just starting to pour out of it into the swamp water.
start of its turn.
That was Eden's turn. So Corvus, you're up. You're underwater. This thing had got pulled or shot out of the water somehow. You can sense it about 10, like just within that 10-foot bubble of you, up, out, and out of the water.
Was it just pulled straight vertically up, or is it like dragged
It's like
out of the water?
vertical and up, because like 10 feet up would be like it's floating in the air now, which it could technically do. But I imagine it's more of like it's being diagonally dragged out of the water.
Okay. Is it near any of my allies, like within 5 feet of them?
Eden, I'll let what do you think? That's your discretion. Where would you have placed your vine? Like, would you have placed your
Closer-
vine?
I'm pulling it towards Eden.
Okay.
Like Eden's.
I'll say with that, then it could have
Gonna
gotten to
eat it.
Eden. Yeah, it's there with
Okay.
Eden. It's in front
Gonna
of
eat
Eden.
it.
So
Oh, you
first off,
With moths also overhead fluttering because Eden's about to annihilate this little bastard.
No.
Phoenix on the actual illusory path will grow magnificent black wings and have an actual like red radiant glow about it, as the murky water itself will start to have like a radiant white glow for a moment, as Corvus will be flying 20 feet into the air with brilliant white bird wings and shining brilliant radiant eyes, and I will fire from my crossbow into this creature as my crossbow is illuminating with delight.
All right. Go ahead and roll your attack roll.
That's good. That is a 23 to hit.
Yeah, no. I mean, yes.
All right, so there's an ally nearby plus this weapon. That is going to be 13 to do plus 2, 15 for 19 points of damage.
You fly up. The bolt coming from your hand crossbow embeds through the back with that little tint of almost radiant like glow, comes through the front as just as that moment the Eden's moths are starting to get to it, drilling and eating holes throughout it, and it falls into the bog at your feet, Eden and Corvus.
As it
Well, actually, not quite.
falls to Eden's feet, she like lets out this like kind of horrible scream, and the moths just kind of like just bursts like super rapidly, like taking out like tree leaves and kind of just like echoing off as Eden kind of is just sitting there breathing very deeply and unable to calm herself.
What matters is, did I kill it?
Oh yeah, it's dead.
No, it's fine. It's just kicking.
I never trust anything in a bog. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it looks
That was
pretty.
That's a weird line.
Corvus will fly down towards Eden. I'm assuming who's still doing the banshee cry then, since you can't calm down.
Well, she's not anymore. She just still has like the black eyes are still washed.
Oh, then she's
over,
fine.
And she just is like staring intently at the dead body, but doesn't seem to calm down. I rolled a natural 1 to calm down.
Corvus will land next to the creature and just kind of like, does it have a head of sorts?
Yeah, it's more of like the head is attached almost to the main portion of the body, but there is a head.
We'll take the whip, wrap it around, and flip it over, which will pull out the blades and use that to decapitate it, and then we'll harness that to the belt.
Yep, very easily done.
Eden's just gonna walk up and straight shove her hand through its chest and try to pull out its heart in this moment.
Go ahead and give me a strength check.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
Athletic.
finished.
I'll give you
Card.
athletics. I'll give you athletics if you have athletics. You're also still blessed, so you get a D4.
Jonah's like,
I
I'm just gonna
actually
keep
get
doing this
2?
birthday
Or no,
card.
bless isn't. God, why do I keep thinking
Bless is
bless? You
1
get your
minute.
thing.
1
Yeah.
minute. It's already done.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. But because of all of those things, I still got an 18.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah. You reach in and you pull out this heart that is almost as black as your eyes and the ichor that surrounds you. As you're holding it in your hand, you watch as the body slowly starts to turn to ash. And the heart, and the same thing, turns to ash in your hands.
Kind of like with that handful of ash, like puts it in her cauldron, like just, it is just kind of, her nails are like slowly kind of shrinking back to normal, and her eyes are slowly like.
If the whole body turns to ash, does the head turn to ash too?
The head doesn't, but the eyes do.
No, that's fine.
Jonah's gonna look up. Oh, we're good. Okay, and I'll start trotting sort of across the way.
Yeah, and Corvus will just continue walking along the path, still with these radiant white wings and glowing eyes, just kind of walking across.
I mean, I'm on this side. Why are you walking back? I'm on the other side, the side we were trying to go to.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
way Corvus is now walking towards.
Oh, like this stuff. Okay, I was like, wait, when you're walking back across
Yeah, no,
to the
no, I mean like forward across.
We're going the direction we're supposed to be going.
Yeah, you all make it
gonna-
to the opposite side.
Yeah, I follow the cutscene.
I'm gonna stop at Venara and give her card and say, I made this for you. I know it's not much, but special day, and this was crazy. So what you see on the cover is some balloons, and then it says happy birthday, and then when you open it up, or it says for your special day, and then when you open it up, it has a very crude drawing of you fighting the monster we just fought, and it says happy birthday.
Oh, this is very thoughtful. As you said, this was pretty crazy, and it definitely wasn't the way I thought I would be celebrating my birthday at all. But thank you. I mean, I can only draw stick figures myself,
Yeah,
so
right.
this is very impressive.
It was, yeah. I mean, it's not much, but I figure excitement comes in all forms, and this is just another way of, like remembering the day.
I say, well, we definitely won't be forgetting this one. Perrin, I hope you're not too red hot, angry with me. I'm sorry. I just didn't want you getting hurt by that thing.
It's fine. I'm fine. You can't read my mind, so I don't expect you to always be aware of what I'm going to do next. So
I'll work on it. I promise. I won't just assume that you can't defend yourself, because you're my big brother and you know how to handle difficult situations. Also, too, how is your shoulder doing? Because that thing looked kind of nasty. Is it okay?
He kind of like shrugs. I'm fine. I don't know what you're talking about. And he kind of like leans out and you can see that it's like completely healed over. Like there are
Okay.
red like puncture marks, but like there's no holes, there's no bleeding.
And he does not have poison effect. I'm assuming he's okay.
From what you can see, yeah, no, there's like he healed. He's back to full health. The brother.
So
that you knew.
she's gonna touch the area. Oh, okay, probably a little too rough while holding the card in the other hand.
Don't squeeze me, woman.
I'm sorry. Okay. There's a lot of stimulation, a lot of things going on. All right.
I wish you wouldn't use that word. Could
I got a card.
congratulate. Thank you, Jonah. Very nice. That's lovely.
What's it?
Are you okay, Eden?
No, she doesn't know a lot of things, so she asks what they are so that we can explain them to
Sure.
her.
Yeah, I understand that. You look a little upset.
Oh, it's fine. It's going away now.
Okay.
She does that when she's mad.
I promise
Corvus,
that
I
wasn't
made you
of
this.
water. It was a creature in the water. Just so you know.
But also, what's the card? Just a piece of paper?
It's like for me, it's just a way of kind of acknowledging her special day, and then I also made this one for Corvus just as like a sign of appreciation, like a thank you.
So you wrote on paper.
Mm-hmm. It's just like a memento to like keep and just like recognition that I appreciate those people.
Thank you, note for what?
What's the memento?
When you when you open it up, it says thank you on the front, and then when you open it up, it says you fought well in the battle. You really whipped our enemy, and it's just like a little picture of you with your whip.
Closes it, puts it in pouch, closes pouch.
So that's you all did wonderfully. When I was focusing, he like jumped in to fight the thing, and I would just not even think to do that. So
Yeah, that was very impressive.
He's very determined.
Mhm.
It was all a blur to me. I don't really remember what anybody was doing. I just got really mad for a minute.
Well, that's understandable.
And rightfully so, yeah.
It's a valid emotion.
So should we just continue on wherever this pathway is going to lead us?
I thought that's what we're doing, is walking and talking.
Yeah, does anybody need a quick sit? Are we good?
I'm fine.
Corvus, are you all right?
No, I'm fine.
I didn't
Well,
even
send
get
it just
a
the wing.
scratch.
Man, I feel like there's a lot of fines going around. Are we not like addressing like are we
Also,
okay really?
But you also
Oh,
has
I'm
like
alright.
fluffy butterfly wings now.
You've got feathers, mate.
Sparkles.
Maybe
Oh.
Art had the wrong person in mind when he was thinking angel. Maybe you're the angel.
They're they're less feathery. They look that way, and we'll like try to grab and it's like hands phase through. They're not
Oh.
real.
Ethereal. Very cool.
Eden is now following and just like
As
I'm
like
not
these
saying you're
vibrant,
not an
glimmering
angel,
eyes
Eden.
are like, can we not? That still feels strange.
You're
feel like?
disturbing the air around him. He can feel that.
But it looks funny.
It'll be gone in a moment.
Why does it do that?
Every time I am about to die, if it's not meant for me, it happens.
Were you about to die just then?
Yes, I was.
Suddenly don't feel like a thank you card's enough.
Well,
You know,
that is why the phoenix remained on the bank. When I jumped, death had happened, and that was the remnant of the one who chose not to jump into the water.
Well, you know, like if maybe you didn't jump into water and just like, you know, did spells from afar, you wouldn't get hit in the face.
I find that that's not super effective all the time, though. So different
If you
means.
use the right spells.
Sure.
I am not, as you call, a spellcaster.
I mean, to be fair, I also hit people in the face and don't get hit in the face a lot. So I think maybe you're just bad at dodging.
Yes, is that the case?
I don't know. That's what it looks like.
There are a plethora of options we have when it comes to why Corvus almost died. But in this situation, he didn't. So I think we should celebrate that. That's nice.
Yes.
We do get to continue to tread this territory with Corvus. That's nice. So
And can I just say, like, I know that like some of you have more or less a vested interest in this, but I am fully aware that I'm the only one with company remaining. And so just thank you for continuing on this for me, essentially. So yeah.
Well, I
Don't have
mean, you
anything else
just
to do.
and also you make it really easy not to make fun of you.
Mm.
Thank you.
Is that sarcasm?
It was.
Very close. That's right on the edge.
Oh,
If it's truthful, it's hit or miss.
hmm.
I'm still trying to figure it out myself. And also, too, whether or not Art is onto something with you two. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
What do you speak of?
I don't know. I still kind of think that you're talking about death, but then you're kind of like ascended above death, kind of like angel. Very interesting.
And I'm assuming it's been a minute, so
Yeah,
the
it's
wings.
been. You guys have been. This is like
For-
walking and talking. Like your wings have gone away. Like
So the wings
minutes ago, yeah.
specifically turn red, get coated in blood, drip for a minute, then wither away into dust. That's exactly how they fade away.
Never mind. So what were we doing again, guys?
Walking. We're
Yes,
walking.
well, yeah.
Tree.
Yep.
So you guys walk
We're-
for about another hour, winding and weaving through the swamps, finding the solid ground to put your feet on, until eventually you get to a wall of brambles and thorns and shrubbery, blocking your path from the willows that lie further in.
Do they look familiar?
Roll a wisdom or a survival check.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Okay, that's 22.
They look similar. Not directly the same, but they look similar.
Eden will go up and touch them, and I will use Druidcraft to make a peephole to see through them.
You reach out and touch Druidcraft spreading. Oh, I'm terribly sorry, mistress. As you see from the other side of the shrubbery, kind of peeking through, almost like they were trying to open up and peer back at you, pulling off this little red hat and like rolling it up. We weren't expecting you this early. We were hoping after sunset, when inside gets a little bit more lively. You see almost a dwarven-like face, big white beard that continues down across the chest and kind of curls at the end. The wall that you're opening separates even further. And this little, like Perrin, a little bit bigger than Perrin-sized humanoid creature steps out. This big, long red cap kind of curled up in his hands.
You are expecting us?
Yes, my lady. Things are, in order. Feast is had.
You're not fun.
Know who you are, and know of you. Well, know of you, not who.
Oh. Oh, how do... Yes.
And he like, as you like stand up and like he shrinks as you like it's less of that, like he perceives it as almost threatening even though it's not.
Oh, can we make our way through?
Oh yes, the table is almost ready. Well, food won't be ready for another hour. Once the sun sets, it will be prepared for dinner.
Would you like to explain to my friends who don't know what's going on what the feast is for?
Well, it was just dinner in preparation for your return here.
Oh,
Well, more. Oh, sorry.
What your return?
Well, not less return. More of like arrival here. Sorry, words aren't my strong suit. And he like kind of looks down at his side and he's got like this giant sickle. But food will be ready as the Lord has requested.
The Lord.
Yes.
Who? Lord who?
Oh, and he looks at you and kind of like just turns.
We were
Toward
just
you,
in
yeah.
a fight and things are hazy. We're kind of,
we got knocked around a
Erratic.
little bit.
please forgive us.
Well, my apologies for disrespecting the lady then. Follow me. And he turns around and he starts heading into the briar. And as he does, you watch as it is dense to the point of where, like, how is this little creature moving through it? He's not. It's shifting and opening as he walks.
Perrin will
That's-
turn to Eden. I think there are more questions I have in the last 6 seconds about you that I have since we've met.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Yep.
Thank you all for joining. As we go around the horn one last time, make sure you put the word barefoot, B-A-R-E, foot, F-O-O-T, in chat for your chance to win this Umbral Oculus. I swear to God, Jay. Umbral Oculus, the 20. It is beautiful. It is blood red, like Corvus's wings, with some silver. Yeah.
To be
Eden.
fair, they were white originally.
They,
They were.
this die wasn't. Yeah, Eden, take it away.
Hi, my name is Taryn Hackett, also known as Valrook across the socials. I'm having a slight meltdown. Damn. So, I am a generally creative human and eldritch entity. I'm also a dice maker under the moniker of Umbral Oculus Dice. That is UO_dice on Instagram and Ko-fi. I do have dice in stock right now in my shop, and if you want 10% off of full sets there, you can enter in Red Hare Inn, the discount code, to get 10% off those sets there. You can catch me every other Sunday, not this coming Sunday, but the next one over on the initiative order, where I GM Far Realms, a Cult Divinity Lost homebrew campaign where I get to terrorize Ronin and Casual a whole bunch. So if you like watching them suffer, it's a great place to be. And that's me right now, because Vault just ended. And if you want to watch that on YouTube, you can go do that. You should. It's good stuff. And
Cool.
I'm going to cry now in Eden.
Perrin. Stop putting different versions of barefoot in the damn chat. You hooligans.
Well, here's the thing. I've won my die, and I will go home with that. Thank you very much. Hi, everybody. My name is Renee Beauregard. I am one half of Dragon Rock RPG Design, and we are a tandem writing duo who creates 5e supplements for Dungeons and Dragons. My companion, compatriot, and best friend Daniel Lieberman and I just put out our Ranger subclass supplement, which you can get for free at DM's Guild. So pick it up, where you can play the Lightkeeper, the Weave Guardian, and the Archaeologist. Logan should be talking about them this Saturday.
Yes, I will talk
And
about
you
that
can
in a
find
minute.
you can find out more about that if you want to tune into this channel and learn some more about them, and talk with Ronan about how he feels about the archaeologist. He has lots of feelings. We also have warlocks as well as barbarians available, as well as our icons of horror document. Please leave us a rating and review if you like them. We really appreciate the funds that you provide us, because they are pay what you want documents. You don't have to pay us anything, but we love you anyway if you do. But yeah, check us out at Dragon Rock RPG on Facebook and Twitter, and at Dragon Rock RPG Design on Instagram. And with that, without further ado, I give it to the birthday queen, my sister.
Oh, hi there, everybody. I am Utahime. And yes, it is my birthday. Woo! And Fenar's birthday. Woo! Crazy. Because I didn't think that we would be attacked the way we were. Thanks, DM. But no, seriously, you're the best. You can find me on social media at Utahime Cosplay, and that's on Facebook, Instagram, here on Twitch, and Brianna DeCoster on Twitter. I am a cosplayer. I occasionally stream on my own channel when I get a chance. Hopefully, I will be streaming on it tomorrow. And I also, too, am in different shows. Like this Friday, you can catch me on the Initiative Order at 6 p.m. for the continuation of No Turning Back, which is the Alien TTRPG. I play B, already starting lots of drama accidentally over there, so definitely check it out. Also, too, you can catch me on Thursday, kind of a different turn of events on Pop Shop Live, where I'm going to be talking things cosplay related for Black History Month, and talking about Black anime characters, and we're going to be playing some fun games, and that's on the show Resident Waifu. So definitely tune in. It's 6 p.m. Pacific time on Thursday. I will be putting the link up and also to information on that, so stay tuned. And you can catch me, of course, here every other Tuesday, and you can catch me every other Wednesday on that_D'Angelo's channel for TR, which our discount bard is also a part of, who's not here this evening, but in spirit. But other than that, until next time, guys. Bye.
Oh, is it time to
Hey.
say
Hey, what can I
that
say?
it's been a
Jay?
day? Corvus is who I play, but you can
You
call
can
me
call
Jay.
Jay,
Casual.
of
You
course.
can find me on all social media at just2casual. Deciding to officially now just drag Valrook through the mud on Twitter and on Instagram. That is now my new life's mission. Thank you, as I go on this journey of destroying the Eldritch Entity, like I try to do every other Sunday, as I play Tyson on forums, being put through all kinds of miserable experiences with a great storyteller. I'm currently getting ready to launch a few mini series of my own anime inspired TTRPG, Deep Breath, where the old world of magic meets the new world of technology, with amazing species, classes inspired by so many things amazing from anime, from the ability to summon things like Beyblade, Yu-Gi-Oh, and other things like that, to turn into Titans like Attack on Titan, and other awesome features like how you can use awesome weapons from Bleach, or be a shinobi from Naruto, or even explore some space station in the odd Western style of Cowboy Bebop, or actually explore the desert with guns, just like Trigun. All kinds of anime inspirations made this project as it is. Special thank you to Dragon Rock RPG Design for being such amazing collaborators for the last over a year now of getting this project to where it's at. If you check out the Ko-Fi of Just Too Casual, if you're a member, you'll be getting advanced access to some playtest material for you to enjoy some of this stuff, as well as to be able to run it. I'll be releasing some more stuff later the coming weeks, and for a chance for you to explore the adventures. And I also will be having a bunch of offline games that you want to enjoy in 5 special adventures, from the wilderness to metropolis cities to space stations to even an oil rig and some seafaring experiences, all anime inspired. So stay tuned for all that social media. You can get more information at Deep Breath RPG on Twitter and Instagram, and our website deepbreathrpg.com. That's DEEP bread THRPG.com.
And Ronan. That's all, folks. All right, cool. Have a good night. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hold on. That's Ronan.
Stop
Thank
it.
you.
Let him do it.
I'm Ronan, and yes, this is my real face. Logan, back to you.
Thank you.
That's my
Yeah.
Does
brother
your
right
wife watch this stream?
there. She doesn't
Oh,
need to.
God.
I'm
She
gonna
lives.
clip that
She
and find
lives
a way
with
to
him.
send it
She
to
lives
her.
with him. No,
I'm clipping
but
that ish and I'm sending it.
and I am your innkeeper and dungeon master here at the Red Hare Inn, Logan Hanley. You can find me tomorrow over at Todd Moonbounce, where I'm playing Crack, the Tuscan Marauder, for a short 3-part miniseries. Tomorrow will be episode 2 of Hut Space Adventures, and then drum roll or uke roll, please. Oh, never mind. Anyway, announcing officially on Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the wonderful Nathan Flame of the Initiative Order will be running the first Tales from the Red Hare Inn, a mini-series set in a corner of the Lands of Ecriom, in which Nathan, myself, Brianna Flame, Miguel, I forget his last name, but Miguel Classico on the Instawebs, Renee the Goblin, and the wonderful Shelby, aka the Wish Warlock, will be partaking in an adventure of chaos and tomfoolery and pie eating.
I can't believe you got both Renees on here. I mean, because there's only two of them.
There's only 2 of them in the whole world. My goal is to be a place where only Renees will play at one point. We will have
That's
an
right.
all Renee game at one
Oh
point.
my gosh.
And everybody's character name will also be Renee.
That's so confusing.
But no, it's going to be a mini-series that'll be starting every other week. It'll be tandem with ours until like mid to late April. Really excited to get the ball rolling with that. But yeah. We're gonna end the giveaway because like that's the thing we're doing. Close entries, and we're gonna pick the winner.
Yay!
Hey, Richard! We're gonna talk. I'm gonna get you this beautiful blood red D20.
Ow!
It's beautiful. It's
sexy.
focusing. It's not being taken up by the map. But I'm gonna give that to you. We're gonna raid.
Yay! And thank you guys for making my birthday so fun.
Thank you
Just
for
saying.
spending your birthday
we
with
do.
us. You could be spending your birthday with Andrew right now, but you chose to spend it with us, and that's what matters.
Well, she will be spending it with Andrew because she gets to spend her life with him. So
This
like,
is-
Oh, he's in the chat, I think. If he's not, then
we're gonna raid our friends at Weave the Tale,
yay!
who looks like they're playing Crucible, which I think is a 5th edition one shot. Yeah. That's from PAX. There's a guy giving away free magazines at PAX. I remember this. So they're playing that. We're gonna raid them. But y'all have until next time. Stay safe and happy adventures. Bye, folks.
bye y'all.